Hello everyone, and welcome back to BSG at Home 2020. We're about to get started with Pokemon White 2 by Retrotato, but before we do, a couple of quick things that I want to mention. First and foremost, we just got a €100 donation from Yarts saying thank you. That went to the Drillbur name in Pokemon Sword and Shield coming up on the last day of the marathon. Now, speaking of donation incentives, we actually have something very special for you. You see, in this game, there is a really cool boss fight that you can do against the champion of a different region, Cynthia to be precise, and we are going to open up that incentive right now. So if you want to see that, you have the duration of this run to donate for it. We need €200 total, and I can guarantee you it is well worth it. So I'm opening that right now. If you wanna have a shot at seeing Cynthia, do put your money to that. Definitely the incentive I can recommend the most. And with that, I think we are good to go. So ready when you are, Retro.
Thank you, Cruel. So yeah, that's a really cool fight you can do in the post game against Cynthia. I would say the €200 are just worth it for the music that is in that fight. A cool remixed Gen 5 adjusted version of her theme from Generation 4. But yeah, enough chit chat. I'm gonna have to try and get my manipulation stuff going. It might take a while, so excuse me if it does, but there was a new method found not long ago that might make it more consistent. I will try and touch upon that when we actually get to that point, when I'm over the manipulation and stuff. I have a metronome timer here, sounding like this. Don't get freaked out if you hear that, because that's just something I need in order to do this manip. But yeah, Cruel, do you know about the timing for this game? I don't know if you're the one controlling the timer.
I am not, but for the one who is, we are starting the moment that we select the game in the DS home screen, which is about 8 seconds after Retro presses A in this situation.
Yeah, you can see it on the timer on my stream, but I'm gonna get that started right now. Hopefully I got the...
Your timer didn't actually start on your...
Ugh, god dang, I pressed the wrong button. Muscle memory. I've been testing this new method a lot, so I'm just used to pressing space instead of enter. So yeah, this whole game is... or Gen 5 in general is... if you play this game or just watch a lot of runs of it, you will hear the term timer zero a lot. Because in this game, there is manipulation, of course, but it's different from all other generations. It's completely random. So in regular black and white, there are 2 values of timer zero that you can hit. In this game, there are 6 different timer zero values. And it's just basically totally random which one you get when you boot up the game. But thanks to someone called Sinstar, we might have discovered a new method to make this a little more consistent. I actually got it first try, that's nice. Shoutouts to Sinstar and all the other people who have been working on this. So I can tell if I got my manipulation by looking at the clock that's spinning in the bottom right. Oh, yeah, bottom right. So if it's facing the bottom left direction, I know I'm on my manip. And I can therefore get a manipulated Tepig with set stats and also do extended manip with no encounters except for 2 encounters that are gonna be my slaves, a Pidove and a Psyduck. It's pretty cool stuff.
So Retro, I gotta interrupt you a little bit here. You're gonna fight Cynthia.
Or right now?
Oh no, not right now. We just got first off, we got an anonymous €30 donation with no comment earlier, and then we got a €200 donation from Tiny Tim saying, "Hey all, €200 sold. Enjoy the fight. Cheers." And with that, I believe the incentive is already met.
Freaking Tiny Tim.
That went a lot faster than I had expected, I have to admit.
Speedrunning incentives. It's the new N. It's what all the cool kids do these days. Shoutouts to Tiny Tim, always donating when it seems like I am on air, either as a host or as a runner. So yeah, after this run is over, we will be fighting Cynthia. That'll be really hype.
Yeah, that is gonna be amazing to see.
Definitely.
I've done the battle once when I think I did like after I needed some experience at some point, and I figured, okay, you know what, I'll just try that fight. So I ended up fighting her.
Did you regret your decision?
A little bit. It was fun though. It was a good time.
There are a lot of memes about it if you like follow Pokemon memes. There are some screenshots of you standing outside this really nice house at the beach, and then you enter, and then there's just boss music from Cynthia popping up. I'll turn up the music a little bit more. It might be a little too quiet. But yeah, I got into my Time of Zero way faster than I thought I would. So some more things about this game. This is the only generation where you actually have to work out your own manipulations, and this is pretty much also the last generation where there are manipulations available that are not too slow to set up. So when you start doing Black-White or Black-White 2 in this case, you will have to work out your own manipulation because it's different depending on the console you're playing on. It's unique to every single DS you have, so Cruel has been doing runs of Gen 5 as well. He has to find his own manip, and I've had to find my own manip, and even before this DS, I had another DS I had to find my own manips on.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most challenging things, at least in my experience, about running Gen 5. It's just every single DS has a different RNG manipulation, and having to find that can be a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, it involves a lot of research, having to find something called your... Oh, what did you say?
Should I give you the Tepic name, by the way? That
Oh.
might be...
I shouldn't have a Tepic name because that's gonna ruin my manipulation.
I do have a Tepic name on the tracker. Maybe we can... Would it be an option to add it through the name raider later?
If you can look up where he is, then...
I can do that for you.
I don't think I put in an incentive for that because we're not gonna use Tepic for that long, like an hour or so. If I did put it in, then I am terribly sorry, but we can still change the name, since people might have donated for it. But yeah, the word I was looking for before was DS parameters. So people usually have to at least get into the game by at a certain stage, so they can get a gift dealing. So they can look up its stats and work out the IVs, and by that you put it into a program called RNG Reporter to figure out your DS parameters. And then you will start having to look for your Tepic for this instance with set stats and nature. And then, yeah, go in.
The name raider is in Castelia City in the metal office, the place where you have the Mana cutscene in Black and White 1.
Okay.
Across from the gym.
I'm trying to think. We might... only thing we can get there when I have caught the Drillbur, and then there's like only a few fights left with the Tepic.
Yeah, but it might, like, it's still worth it. Like, I can close the incentive now to not make anything more get added to it.
Yeah.
But there is a name on it as it is, which is Chungus with €3. So
yeah, let's just
even if it's just for a few fights, it might still be worth doing at least.
The thing is that we don't use Tepic much in this game, and you might see in other Pokemon games that we often name Pokemon by one character at a time, but that's because, as you can see with the text boxes, texts are advancing by like a few frames per second. So having a shorter name is obviously an advantage. But if I were to name Tepic, it would advance RNG by a tiny bit, and I wouldn't be on my extended manip anymore.
So I've closed the Tepic name incentive for now. I mean, even if it's just for a few fights at the end, that would still be valid in my book.
Yeah, it's still gonna win us a gym badge, so that might be significant in itself.
Yeah. Does the Drillbur name matter for the RNG manip at all?
No, it doesn't.
Right?
It doesn't.
Okay.
We can still do that.
Yeah, no, I'll just leave that one open then.
Yeah, you can do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do really specific movement here for quite a while. in order to make my extended manip, like, alive, I guess you could call it that. So I get no encounters when I get through the grass if I just do the movement correctly. And the way you figure this out is, like, it's pretty much trial and error when you're on emulator for this generation. You just save state at the beginning of the route in the middle of a cutscene or a text box or something, and then you just keep doing different movement until you find out which one will give you no encounters. Let's see. I chose the girl for this game. This is one of the only generations where it actually doesn't matter which gender you use. I just like the girl because she's cute. And she has longer legs. But yeah, this is definite, like, this has always been one of my favorite speedruns to watch, but ever since I started doing it myself, I'm pretty sure it's actually my favorite speedrun to do. I think it's so much fun and really personalized in terms of all the manipulation you have to find yourself. So you really get attached to your own manipulation and your own run and stuff. And the music is good. And then a little bit about the story, I guess. Like, as you can tell, this is the sequel of Pokémon Black and White. The only games in this series where there are actual sequels, for the main series games at least. This game takes place a few years after the events of Pokémon Black and White. And there are a few new areas to the game, as well as a big of a variety in the Pokédex as well. Black and White only had the Unnovan Pokémon, but this game has a lot more of them. As I said, like mentioned earlier, we're gonna catch a Psyduck, and that's obviously from the Kanto region.
Yeah, in that sense, it's really a big difference between Black and White 1, where you couldn't catch any non-Unova Pokemon until the post-game.
Hmm. I think that's also why I like this game just generally more than regular Pokemon Black and White. Just having more variety and stuff to choose from. That is an interesting crit right there. That Patrat is also a range, but a really rare one. At least I can tell that I've rarely gotten the range. Moving on to this girl. So I guess I can talk a little bit about RNG advancement and stuff. Like I said, I am on a specific pattern right now, where I have to do specific movement to keep my manipulation going. There are some areas where RNG is advancing and some places where it's not advancing. On this route, there are, for example, some areas where the RNG is advancing if there are any NPCs that are moving by RNG. Like some of them moving in random directions, whereas others are like moving in set patterns, like the boy down there. Right next to the boy, like a little bit down, a little to the right, there is a girl spinning up and down, called a spinner. But hey, speaking of also manipulation, this is our first slave. Or our friend, I should say, really. We're gonna use this Pidove to fly around later in the game, and it's also gonna become useful for some fights. This Pidove, it's usually a good benefit to manipulate it at level 2, so it can't do that much damage to you. But usually also when it's a level 2, and it's not like negative defense or positive defense, then you are almost always likely to knock it down to red HP, where it's easy to catch. With this one, it's only 1 in 16 chance of knocking it, killing it completely. Other than the usual 1 in 16 critical hit chance of killing it, so whenever that happens, it's usually a run killer if you're trying to get a good time. But there are also backup strats in case you don't get it. So, for instance, if I were to get the unfortunate kill on Pidove, I would catch a Zubat later on. That crit earlier is already starting to come bite me. Have to be careful here. Even though I wouldn't mind dying to such a cute Pokemon as Oshawott, but we're trying to go fast here, so we cannot die, unfortunately. Or shouldn't die, unfortunately. And also, if you think this music in this area is really good, then just a warning: if you're gonna run this game, you're gonna end up hating this music, because this is where we're gonna catch Psyduck, and Psyduck is a really rare encounter. So you're gonna put a save state somewhere, and then make a bunch of movement, and then reload this save state over and over again, listening to this music over and over again until you find your Psyduck. So it's become a bit of a meme for me to hate this music, but then other people are like, oh, I love this music. Shoutouts to 8 Echo. So I'm also gonna be looking at some notes that I've made with the maps of the movement I need to do, just in case I were to forget. I haven't run this game in a while, but I have played this game a lot because, like I said, it's one of my favorite speedruns, and it's so much, so fun to do. Wow. So there's the Psyduck we gotta catch. That'll be the HM slave, HM friend for strength and surf. There's about a 59% chance of it getting in right now, but I had a practice run earlier, 2 days ago I think, where I was joined by Araya, another PSR runner by my side, and I almost burned through all my 10 Pokeballs in order to catch this thing, even though it's supposed to be 59%-ish, and now it's doing the same thing again. Bullied by a duck. I'm too scared to use Amber in case I burn it or crit it. 59% by the way!
I guess while you're trying to catch this, I'd like to remind everybody that we're currently raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind, so be sure to get your donations in as you enjoy these fantastic runs right here.
Alright, a little bit of complex movement here. So I guess the Psyduck liked listening to Cruel instead of me, since I got in the ball.
Yeah, these sort of Pokemon tend to work in mysterious ways sometimes.
I would also be I'll be resetting in that point if I were to go for PB, but this is a marathon run, so it's completely fine. I'll gladly make a fool of myself trying to catch a small little duck. But yeah, I just picked up an X attack, as you saw, a moment ago. And this is a point where my RNG is gonna change a little bit, because you cannot always pick up an item consistently with RNG, since it's an A press and you gotta time that perfectly. So I have different patterns of what can happen right now, but luckily I got everything mapped out, so the most cases I'm gonna get from picking up the item will give me the same result, so I can still avoid encounters. There is a small chance I can get a Lillipup encounter in just a moment. Right on this tile. Didn't happen, that's good, that means I wasn't too slow. Then I will go back down to the city I was in before, where I will look at NPC movement and be able to tell which RNG frame I'm on. It's only for the last bit of movement I gotta do on the last route. So he moved right and up the old man. That is good news, because that is literally the first mapped out extended manipulation I have noted down. Another item here. This one doesn't matter too much, it doesn't make RNG advance by too much, so I might still be able to get the extended manip. It's only for one route though, and then after that manipulation is pretty much impossible to keep consistent and running. So glad I at least got that down and got both my HM friends. Don't have to go for any backups. Now we're just in a school having to teach these kids how to fight with Pokemon. And it's also a mini tutorial on type advantages. I don't know if it varies from what starter you choose, but it probably does. Like in this case, I'm first gonna fight a Pansage that's weak to fire type attacks, and then next I'm gonna fight a Panpour, a water type, that'll be strong against my Tepec, but it won't have any water type moves, luckily. They're usually only annoying if they end up using Lick, which is a contact move that has a chance of making you paralyzed, and then... I don't know if it's a 50-50 chance, I forgot about that, to get fully paralyzed and unable to move. But that's what I'm basically not hoping for here. It's going pretty well so far. There's Lick and paralysis, but no fully paralysis-ness here, so that is good. I have a history of getting really unlucky in these fights, so this is pretty good so far. But yeah, another point where, like I mentioned before, that RNG might sometimes be advancing in some areas, and then some areas it might not, depending on the NPCs. Usually inside buildings, RNG is not advancing, unless if there are, again, NPCs that are moving by random, but it's usually in most buildings where RNG is just not advancing, and you can keep RNG consistent. Now I just have to confirm that I'm still on my extended minute by looking at the NPC movement from this guy's moving up, and this guy's also moving up, and you're gonna look up as well, alright. Still on my minute. This is the same one I had in my practice run last night. So I should be able to go through this route without encounters, unless if I somehow still mess up. Which is there's a good chance of me doing that.
Quickly want to drop in here. We just got a €9 donation from Dunster123 saying nice heart emoji, and with making the total 1869. Nice.
Nice.
That name or that donation went to naming the Drillbur after me, so that's a thing. With that, I quickly actually want to remind people the Drillbur name incentive is still open. We currently have Arky in first place at €65, then Doof at €45, and then Cruel at €9. So if you want to try to change that name, you have, I want to say like 25-30 minutes left. Maybe a bit more.
I can't even see the timer, so I actually don't even know.
We're around 20 minutes in right now.
Yeah, half an hour sounds correct. So yeah, I don't know if Cruel suffers from performance anxiety, but having a Drillbur named Cruel would be pretty cool. No pun intended.
Well, it is still open, so who knows?
Alright, entering the first gym here, and it's a familiar face if you played regular Pokemon Black and White. This is your rival from Pokemon Black and White, sorry about that. The guy that was just talking to us and said he would go up there and let his students fight us. He is the normal type gym leader now. So he changed his ambitions a little bit because he was as a rival, he would normally be, I'm gonna become the champion and become stronger than you. Like, typical rival values and stuff. But yeah, then events and stuff happened, so he changed his course, and now he is a gym leader instead. And you also saw, there was a blonde girl before with an orange coat. She was also your rival in Pokemon Black and White. But she didn't want to become a trainer, so she became the professor's assistant instead. Well, yeah, this gym is pretty straightforward. I think this is... I think Generation 5 was the first time that they had normal type gym leaders. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Whitney in Gen 2.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Sorry.
I told you to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
My mind is a bit overwhelmed right now because I just got back from work and it's been quite the day. Even though Gen 2 is supposed to be my favorite generation as well. But not a big fan of Whitney.
I don't think anyone is a big fan of Whitney.
The darn milk
Milk
tank.
tank is one thing, but the Clefairy, oof.
Oh yeah, Clefairy and Metronome. Alright, let's see. Here I gotta heal to at least 33.
Also, Chad is pointing out Norman in Gen 3.
That's also a good one. Forgetting about my own dad. I'll be saving here because there's a good chance I could actually die. Well, not really a good chance, but it can happen if things aren't going as I want them to. And we don't want that to happen.
I've done this fight a few times with a Manipulus Tepig. Would not recommend. It's still possible to win, even on a neutral nature, but it is such a difficult fight at that point.
And if I were to die, I would spawn all the way back at my mom's house, I think. Which doesn't sound like a bad thing, because it's like in the same city here. But, oh, nice crit. I kind of still have manipulation going here. Not really extended manip, where I'm not gonna get any encounters, unfortunately. But, I have to be careful about my step counter. My step counter is gonna matter when I'm trying to manipulate the durable I'm gonna get to later. Because if I take too many extra steps, then things can be messed up during the manip, and I have to adjust to that. But yeah, luckily we beat Sharon. No issues there. That was a pretty good crit. Sharon down. I think it's pretty cool that this game also introduced a few more gym leaders. Sharon is a new gym leader, the next one's gonna be a new gym leader. The last gym leader is gonna be a new gym leader.
Yeah, I think it's a nice mix between gym leaders that were established in the in Black and White 1 and some new gym leaders.
And then all the gym leaders still have a role in this game. We'll come across some of them as well. Now we just have a long mashing sequence here where we're gonna be introduced to TMs. We're gonna get introduced to the cross transceiver, also known as the RNG killer. And then it's gonna be like, oh, friends united, and we haven't seen each other for 2 years, and oh, so good to see you. All rivals are gathered again. Such a happy moment.
Well, I guess since you're mashing through text, let me tell you guys a little bit more about the work that mine does. Worldwide, suicide ranks as the third leading cause of death in youth between 15 and 19 years of age, and it's the second leading cause of death for girls of this age group. Early recognition of mental health disorders is essential to reduce suicide rates, improve treatability, and reduce severity of several illnesses, including depression, psychosis, eating, and substance abuse disorders. Mind tries to help bring awareness by providing classes at school to inform youth on the topic, and through social media campaigns targeting youth to encourage them to be more open about mental health issues. So, just to give you guys a little bit more of an idea of where the money spent here goes. And it really does, in the long run, help save lives.
Definitely does. It is a very good cause. I unfortunately also suffer from mental issues and stuff, but I've gotten treatment throughout the years, which has really helped me, and to this day I'm actually pretty happy about my situation. Alright, getting rid of my HM friends here. They won't be needed for a while, but they're also deposited for a specific reason that I'm gonna touch upon later. Now we're gonna do a little bit of shopping here. And now we can move on. So I talked about the cross transceiver for a bit, or the X transceiver, call it whatever you want. But during an X transceiver call, you might have noticed that our characters were blinking a lot, and that is actually controlled by RNG, unfortunately. So it makes RNG advance by a lot. So at that point it's pretty much impossible to keep RNG consistent. So that's why I have to use repels and stuff now. Because basically when you're in an X transceiver call, RNG just goes through the roof. If you're on emulator and have the different RNG data open, you can just see that it just goes brrrr whenever you're in such a X transceiver call. And then there's also why back in the day they used to not be able to manipulate that much in regular Pokemon Black and White. But ever since they discovered that Lillipup was the faster Pokemon in Pokemon Black and White, there are actually a little bit more manipulation to take care of now. Another thing you cannot control either when you get to this point is a feature in this game called shaking grass. Sometimes some random patches of grass will just shake and there will be an encounter in there. They can show up at random, and that has happened to me a bunch of times. So it's nice being on good pace and then just have the run die because an encounter shows up there.
Yeah, casually those kind of grass tiles are often used to have very rare encounters in it. Most of the time you'll find Autono, but on occasion you can find things like Pokemon that you would normally need to trade for, or happiness evolutions, or just in general rarer Pokemons than you would otherwise see. But for a speedrun, it can absolutely be detrimental sometimes.
Definitely. So you can see a person to the right. That is the spinner I talked about that is advancing RNG in this area. I will use a method right now discovered by somebody called Minnow, where you can consistently actually dodge these spinners with this method. I will... yeah, that should be it. There we go. So before Minnow stepped in, nobody were aware that you were able to actually dodge these spinners consistently, but because of Minnow's method of just having one tile in between you and then menu as soon as you take a step forward after they have turned away from the direction you don't want them to be in, then you can just consistently dodge them all the time. Like I just did there. This place is pretty cool. I like this place a lot. It's also a new place introduced in this game. And yeah, go ahead.
I absolutely love this city, except for Poke Studios.
Pokestar Studios.
Soon enough, right?
What do you mean? It's the best 6 minutes of your life. What's also cool about the gyms in this game is that they all have unique themes, and they never brought this back again. So Jaren's gym had the regular gym theme, but when you enter in here, you can hear that it has a unique gym theme. I'm just gonna save here because all these fights can be pretty dicey. O-K-E-M-O-N Pokemon! So yeah, like I just said, they sing about Pokemon and spell it out and stuff in a song. But in the Japanese game, they actually sing about coughing, saying D-O-G-A-R-S, and that is coughing's Japanese name. That's how I learned it. It's like the only Pokemon name I know in Japanese. Okay, luckily I'm in Blaze. Blaze is my ability, usually held by starters, or pretty much only held by starters, where when my HP is at 33%, my fire-type moves will get a boost of 50%. I have no more potions, I'm just gonna have to fresh water here. Should be fine though, because it should still be a 2-shot this coughing. Or just get crit and die, that's also pretty good. Flame Charge, another good move that I will certainly want to learn. Physical fire-type move that will also boost my speed by 1 stage. Say, this is the poison type gym. With the poison types. I think this gym is pretty cool because it's based around like the band kind of theme, and let's see. I have to work around a lot of poison, but luckily Charen will give you... I don't remember if it's Charen or if it's my rival Huth that gave me the Pecha Berries, but they cure poison as you just saw there. Unfortunately I got poisoned again, but I still have 2 Pecha Berries left, I believe, so I got 1 for this fight and then the gym fight as well, or the gym leader fight. Oh, I keep forgetting I can just do this. And as you defeat different trainers in here, they will just stop playing their instruments. It's also pretty funny. So now Roxy's just singing by herself. Just gonna save here as well. Not the worst fight in the world, but again, you never know. Don't want to waste too much time. Shout out to the best gym leader theme, by the way. Leading up with a Dogas as well. We're just gonna tail whip this one twice so we can two-shot it. I believe if you don't tail whip twice and just have to knock it down naturally with no defense drop, she will pop in twice and say stuff when you do the first move and then knock it down to yellow health. Protect is annoying, it's just gonna waste our time. Alright, no poison point or crit from Venoshock, that's good. Poison point is a Volipede ability where it can just randomly poison me. This is also a pretty nice detail about this fight. Like, this game and this speedrun route is so well worked out. Shoutouts to Worcester and Crafted. I think they were the main pioneers of this route. Normally, Tepec evolves at level 17, but we just level all the way up to level 18. So after we have fully evolved here, if you were at level 17, we would be learning Arm Thrust, which we don't need for this run. But now that we're level 18, we're just gonna skip that and don't have to go through some dialogue boxes. It's so optimized, this run, I love it so much. And that is the second batch already. Done in only like 10 minutes. And a few minutes ago I mentioned how we're gonna get the best 6 minutes of our lives. Those 6 minutes are gonna happen pretty soon when we go to Pokestar Studios. This guy making the big reference.
It is that time of day, I suppose.
So that guy's talking about, oh, that fight was so great. You should come to Pokestar Studios, and unfortunately we don't have a choice to go there because Roxy's dad is the captain of the ships here, and he's the one who has to take us to Castilia City where we have to go next. And right now he's having a midlife crisis of, oh, should I be a captain or should I be a movie star? So naturally, since he's in a midlife crisis, he just goes for the chance of becoming a movie star. And we have to go convince him otherwise, because Roxy can't knock any sense into his old man, or her old man, sorry about that. So a lot more dialogue here to go through. Like I said, 6 minutes of all of this amazing stuff.
Shall I just talk for a while these cutscenes go?
Yeah, I was about to suggest you can do that if you have anything.
Yeah, for sure. So first and foremost, since we have 6 minutes of this left and then we're moving to Castelia City, we probably have about 8 minutes left until the Drillbur name closes. So be sure to get any donations in that you would want for the Drillbur name. As I've mentioned before, currently in the... I'm going to get it back up. Currently in the lead is Arky at 65 euros. Second place is Doof at 45 euros, and then Cruel at 9 euros. So you've got about 8 minutes to change any of those, so be sure to get those in before it closes. And when you do, you know, all of your money goes to a fantastic charity, so definitely worth it. Now, a few other things that I quickly want to mention. I first and foremost want to thank ESA for supporting our event and for allowing us to stream on their channel once again. For information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. And if you like events like this and you're in the UK, I would strongly recommend checking out UKSG. Similar to BSG, UKSG holds a ton of speedrunning events. Specifically in Glasgow for them, they run 4 times a year, running for young minds. Same story as with ESA. If you want to be up to date on any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out their Discord. There might still be a command up there, and otherwise I'll link something after the movies here are done.
I swear it's unintentional that I had popcorn here. I just needed something to eat, and I didn't have time to plot anything else.
Fair enough.
But it fit pretty well with the movie and stuff.
Also, I just want to point out that everybody in your audience is currently sleeping at the movie. Must be a rather boring or confusing movie, at least.
Still better than a lot of other movies out there, I would say. I enjoyed it.
That's a fair point.
Okay, here's another thing. There are credits here. There are 3 different options of credits here. This is the slow credits. You can also get on the right side. As you can see, there's a lot of other things going on there. You can also get it for full screen. And if you get it for full screen, it'll go faster because there are more room for the lines to not break like there are in half of the screen. So it just goes through faster, but it's only a matter of a few seconds, and it's like... you can't do anything about it, really. It's pure RNG. So you might have recognized the villain in that movie if you played the original games. If not, he will show his true self in a little bit. Because now it's time for us to make our own movie. PogChamp, let's go. There are actually a lot of cool movies you can do in this, and I considered for a brief moment if I should do a category of all PokeStars Studios movies or something. But some of them are only accessible after the post-game, and I think some of them involves real fights as well. Not really sure, but yeah, it's pretty cool nonetheless. There are a lot of cool costumes that goes with these movies. But yeah, this guy in blue, he is a gym leader from Pokemon Black and White. He retired as a gym leader to become a movie star. So somebody succeeded at least. Okay, we're gonna take rental Pokemon here for this shooting. We're in a green... I should have prepared something for this green screen. I like to do that. Sometimes just make an actual green screen and then put memes behind there, but... I forgot, I'm sorry. Not well prepared. But yeah, we just
That is actually a really cool idea. I never thought of doing something like that. Admittedly, I don't run this very often, but still, that seems like a really fun idea.
Yeah, I think when I first thought of this, I put like the Ludicolo from Detective Pikachu in here. In the background of the green screen. But yeah, it's just a random fight you gotta do. I had a Riolo because of rental Pokemon, and it's faster to just die there to the Ponyard instead of just having to knock it out. But there's also a 10% chance of freezing it with Ice Punch, and that's actually the fastest option if it doesn't thaw out immediately. Which is pretty funny when that happens.
Yeah, that pretty much instantly ends the fight right then and there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. If you don't do that, then you often just gotta sit through an Aerial Ace or Force Palm, I think. But yeah, we're finally done in here. Or unfortunately already done in here. Sad times. Now we just gotta get out of here and progress in the story in this game. But yeah, we knocked some sense into Roxy's dad, and now he said he would be on his way to take us to Castelia City, but unfortunately there are at least these funny looking guys that are blocking the path and are trying to do stuff, I don't know. They're calling themselves Team Plasma, and they were apparently a big deal in the original Black and White games, I don't know. Trying to take over the world.
I mean, they were there. I wouldn't exactly consider it a big deal, but they were there. They existed, sure.
They have a new image now, though. A new design manual with black uniforms instead and a new theme. That it sounds cool the first time in my opinion, but then it becomes really repetitive and becomes annoying when you do like 20 fights or so in this run.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing I really liked about the original Team Plasma. I never really got bored of the theme they had. Which is something.
It's just the introduction to this theme that I just don't like as much. It becomes really annoying after a while. HMO1 cut that we're not actually going to need in this run. But yeah, now they ran away and think they stole a Pokemon or something. I might be thinking of another game. Actually, no, I think they are chasing them because Hugh had his little sister's Pokemon stolen. So now we're trying to find answers. And in this case, we have to go follow them into this route. Oh yeah, I never mentioned this either. Above me, there's a double fight. I can avoid that if I only have one Pokemon in my party, and that's the reason I deposited a Psyduck bit of. Shoutouts to Minnow. But it's pretty cool that their theme pretty much takes over the whole route. Makes things a little more dramatic. But it's pretty much one fight here, chasing down this girl. It's no problem for the Pig Knight here. That was a pointless crit, but a crit for good measure, I guess. They're running away, and Huth comes back and says, oh, they're running, they're such cowards. We should go look around Burbank City and Castelia City, blah blah blah. Gotta chase them down and find my sister's Purloin. Alright, last pass for this girl. That might have been too late. Okay, that's fine.
When exactly do you want me to cut off Drillbur, by the way?
As soon as the fight with Team Plasma in the sewers are done.
Alright.
Guess is a good time. Done with the pulse there. And now Roxy's gonna have a emotional moment with her dad. Finally getting the full extent of the convincing that he should just stick to being a captain and transport people over to Castelia City. So that's what
hey, that's where we need to go.
Gonna do Tepec justice and get it renamed. Cool little cutscene here. Like, if you haven't noticed or already knew, this game is based on New York City, and this is like the main part of New York being seen here, Castelia City. Another thing this game, or this generation, also offers that other generations don't is seasons. That's also a thing I like a lot. And another difference from the regular black and white games to this game is that you get the bike right here immediately. Makes things go a lot faster.
Yeah, in Black and White 1, you would get it one town later after a fight against some Team Plasma grunts.
There we go. I don't think it's obligatory to go in here, but there are two reasons we're going here. The experience share is gonna become important later, from the janitorial man. And then there's a Harlequin here we need to talk to. They're giving out these tickets, I think, or something. You need to talk to 3 of them in total in order to get a rare candy later. That's gonna become pretty important. So I think the name Raider building is to the left here, but I still have to wait a little bit to get there, because I still have to be careful about my step counter in order to get the right Drillbur. Another familiar face from both the anime and yeah, Pokemon White is it? She is the gym leader in Pokemon White, but not in Pokemon Black. I wonder what role she has in this game.
It's probably something rather insignificant. I mean, she's not the gym leader here in that city.
I think she's just a tour guide right now around Castelia City. Alright, Huth is gonna show up here. He's asking us a question. I say no because that's faster. Gives us a little fewer text boxes. Now we have to go into the sewers of all places. Get your dance games ready in chat. I like how they never bother giving other people running animations, so whenever they're following you like this, they just have sped up walking animations to catch up with you. Okay, this is basically the last fight before we get Drillbur. So when this fight is over, the incentive will be closed.
Will do.
Alright, good Razor Shell. Oh, swagger. I'm not... should probably be careful about that. Just gonna use the Northern Berry here. And have Dua take care of it. I rarely see swagger, actually. But we got through the fight, that's important. That's it for that fight. It's almost time to manipulate the Drillbur. Hope it'll cooperate.
Closed it off. I'm doing one last refresh. And it looks like the Drillbur name will be Arky. That is A-R-K-Y.
Alright, thank you. I'll like type it when I get to that part and you can like correct me if I'm wrong.
Sounds good.
Goodbye, astronaut man that we might or may or may not see later. Oh, and this guy also a gym leader, by the way. He's like the last, or the gym leader of this city. Might be worth mentioning. I'm gonna save here and then change my date and clock so I can manipulate this Drillbur. And once again, I'm gonna use this metronome timer that's gonna beep in the background when I start this. So don't get freaked out, chat. Ninth of September. And then it's 4:05. Not 4:06. So once again, it's usually pretty random if I get the Drillbur or not. Here it's... sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's usually the biggest run killer here if you get Drillbur first try or not. And even if you get it, you might still have to run die if it doesn't get in the Great Ball. Alright, let's see. Nope. Didn't show up. My Drillbur times 0 is usually pretty consistent, so it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not mixing it.
I'm sure you'll get it in no time. So chat, send your energy.
And keep sending it even if we get the Drillbur, because we need to still catch up. Some people might think, isn't this pretty slow to do? And yes it is, but it's worth it because Drillbur's broken. Oh, there we go. Level 19 female. Perfect stats all around except for special attack because we don't need that. Gonna throw a Great Ball. That's around 34% chance of getting in at full HP. Oh. Man, that's 3 times in a row I get it first try. Let's go.
Okay, so the name will be Arky.
A-R-K-Y.
Yes.
Alright, we got that right here. Capitalized everything, or?
Only the A.
Alright. R key, there we go.
Looks good to me.
Then we can go rename the the Tepic as well now?
The Tepic name is Chungus.
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 Alright. Might take me a while to find the place because I've never been there before.
I believe it's on the. Let me double check that. I believe it's on the first floor.
And then there's the dumb US thing of first floor not being ground floor and stuff. At least for me,
I believe first floor is just the floor you enter in this case.
yeah, in my country it's called the ground floor.
Yeah, same.
That was another Harlequin I needed the ticket from to get the red candy later. Alright, it should be this building.
Yes.
You look like... Oh, wow, first try, alright.
Nice.
Alright, anything capitalized?
Only the C.
Done. US, that's correct, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Get to use Chunkus for a few fights, that's still pretty significant. Especially when it's gonna get us to the last gym. Ah, I hate this bike! So yeah, when I got the drill bar, I put on the experience share because we're not gonna use it in this gym. Doesn't really have an advantage against bug types in here. But Pignite does, so it's faster to use Pignite in here. Or Chunkus, I should say. But we don't want to lose experience on drill bar because the experience route in this game is worked out to like almost the tiniest detail. Suwaddle, the cutest Pokemon in Gen 5, don't at me, by the way. Also nice HP. Let's see. Archie will have some use in the gym leader fight, but it's only for one of the Pokemon. It's not even the full HP it's gonna knock down. But after that, it's gonna be used for the rest of the run as the main. No, it stole my Pechaberry! You bastard! I shouldn't really be too harsh on a male Combi though. Combis can only evolve if they're female for some reason. $420 experience for Archie. And this is the last fight of this gym before the gym leader. Harlequin and Gary. I guess Gary got sick of being a douchebag rival, so he decided to become a Harlequin instead. With a good taste in Pokemon though.
Well, at least the gym is also an upgrade from from a Black and White 1, if you ask me.
I like the design of it, but the puzzle itself is pretty annoying.
I mean, in Black and White 1, you had to crawl through honey in this gym, which feels really slow. Like even with running through the walls, it's super slow to get through that. So I much prefer this version.
Yeah, and especially Burke's room. The thing is just awesome as heck. We will be getting to him now. Oh, I wanted to do like a safety strat of going into the Pokemon Center, so in case I died I would respawn there, but I forgot to do that, so I'll just save here instead. And I forgot to do the menuing I needed to do, but whatever, it's not that likely to die. So if I were to die, I would respawn back in the first town. And HP is good, alright. Should be everything. So we're putting Drillbur in front here because it needs a little bit more experience in this fight. So it's just gonna get sent in first, then we switch to Pick Knight, and for the next Pokemon we're gonna make Drillbur finish it. I would like to see Magical Leaf here. Usually goes for String Shot though. Oh, Razor Leaf. Yeah, that's the move. Okay. That is the good thing though. Usually goes for String Shot. That'll lower my speed so it gets 2 turns. But this is the good outcome. And for this I can Ember and Flame Charge since my HP is pretty good. And now we switch to Arky to finish the job. If you're below 55 HP, you have to only use Flame Charge and then make a Drillbur finish the job. Once again to get more experience. Alright, Arky has no business against the Leavanny, part Grass type, so Chungus is up to you in your very last fight. Alright, in Blaze, that'll guarantee the kill here, otherwise it's a range, I think. But yeah, that is it for Chungus. It'll be kept in the party for a little bit longer, but not too long, unfortunately. Gonna learn Hone Claws here over Fury Swipes. Hone Claws will raise my attack and accuracy by 1 stage.
I'm guessing Chungus will still be relevant for the 3-way battle later, for the triple battle?
No, it's not. It's gonna be put into the PC a little bit before that, and then it'll unfortunately never be seen again.
Fair enough.
Moving at a pretty fast pace here with already 3 batches, around an hour in. And that'll also be it for Castelia City. Oh, I need to actually go in here first. I forgot I had to go in here anyway, but this is where the last Harlequin is with the ticket we need for the rare candy. This is actually the Game Freak building, or I think this is the Game Freak floor. Or it might be somewhere else, I'm not really sure, but they always have these little gimmicks, Game Freak, where they have their own office and they talk about game development and sounds and graphics and stuff. And it's Astronaut Man, he's back. So he wants to meet up with us on the next route to have a fight. You're gonna fight this guy in 3 times in total, and for all 3 fights he has different themes. I think that's pretty cool. Bianca's gonna step up because we apparently need the dowsing machine here. And a little bit of words of encouragement. Now we hand in all the tickets so we can get the rare candy we need. Now it's time to get your do-do-do-dos ready because we are entering the desert with the sandstorm. So when you're finding your manipulation for Drillbur, some people might know it has 2 different natures, and depending on which one you get, it's only gonna matter for this fight alone. If you have the right nature or just really good special attack, it's gonna save you half a turn. I'm gonna explain when I get into the fight here. But yeah, my Drillbur has the wrong ability, unfortunately, and not very good special attack. This Magnemite has the ability Sturdy, where it cannot be one-hit or one-shot. And my Yeah, I basically cannot... Oh, normally you would mod slap it twice. Wait, is that a crit? No, that's just a high roll. Interesting. I think that happened once to me. Whatever. But yeah. So, normally if you had the right ability or just really good special attack, you could two-shot with Mud Slap. But since I have bad special attack and not the right ability, then I have to use Dig on turn 2 on against Magnemite, whereas, like, if I had the other ability, I wouldn't. Like, the one ability is Sand Rush and the other one's Sand... something, I forgot. Wait, one of them will... yeah, go ahead.
Sand Force, that's the other one.
Yeah, Sand Force, that's it. One will boost ground type attacks, I think, and one will just boost the accurate... No, wait. I'm supposed to be a professional Pokemon speedrunner here and don't even know the abilities. I know...
Sandra boosts speed in Sandstorm. Sand Force boosts attack, I think.
Yeah, there we go, that's
I
it.
could be wrong on Sand Force.
Sounds correct, though. So mine has Sand Rush, where it will just boost my speed, unfortunately. But it's fine. I couldn't bother finding a new Drillbur because when you're finding these manipulations, some of these time of zero values I talked about at the beginning of the run might vary a lot more. Some are more consistent than others, so you just gotta do trial and error until you find a time of zero that's consistent for you. And in this case, for this Drillbur, it was super consistent. But since the new stuff was found by Sinstar with the auto booting mode, then I should be looking for a new Drillbur because it makes the time of zero a lot more consistent. I think it narrows it down to 2 time of zeros, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is the old gym of Elisa from Black and White. And there's no unique theme in here, so I guess we can all work out that she's not in here. But we're just gonna do it for fun, because who doesn't like roller coasters?
Well, I'm admittedly not much of a fan.
Oh. They're cool to look at still, if you don't like them. Maybe. Still have to go through a few fights here. This Blitzel is actually speed tying with me, so it's 50-50 whether or not I will move first or he will move first. In this case, I won the first speed tie, as you could see there, and he won the second one. Not too bad. It's only a problem if you have low HP and he wins the speed tie and has the chance of killing you. This is like a cycle, you just have to wait for it. Can't really do much but wait around and dance if you want to. Whee! Alright, this is the last trainer we fight before we do a little bit of PC handling of getting our HM friends back and depositing Junkers and doing a bit of shopping. So this split is pretty annoying for a lot of people because it can't really kill you, but there's the thing called static. You're going to fight a lot of electric types with this ability, static, with a, I think, 30% chance of making you paralyzed if you make contact. And not only is it slow, but there's also a chance it's just gonna screw up your fights. So yeah, this is where Elisa would normally be standing, but she's not standing here right now, so... This girl just refers us to, oh, she just left, she's over at her fashion show, you have to go fight her there, and here's a paralyzed heal because you're gonna need it. So unfortunately it's time for a little bit of a detour here because our PP, haha, streamer said PP, Our PP for our move dig is pretty tight, so we have to make sure that we have enough of those for the gym, considering its electric type and everything. So here we will deposit Drillbur to heal it, and then put in Chungus, where he's gonna sit there and take a nap for the rest of the run. Talk to this man, he will give me red shards that'll be important for later. And then a little bit of shopping here. Let's see. Gonna need some paralyzed heals, that's for certain. Hyper potions to heal my HP by 200. That was not right. Revives, there we go. Could need some of those. That's it for the detour, and now it's time to head to the fashion show, because who doesn't want to watch fashion shows? Stay hydrated. He mentioned the thing the forbidden word Emolga. Dance game.
Yeah, luckily I don't think there's that many Emolgas here, is there?
No, there's only one.
That's not to say there aren't other Pokemon with static, though.
This one's for instance. Funny thing about this Elekid though, the reason she is switching out right now is because the Elekid cannot touch me at all. It only has electric type moves, so it cannot touch Drillbur at all. I missed the range and got static, and that's gonna kill itself to take down. Alright. Alright.
Well, at least it killed itself in takedown.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Let's see, paralyzed heal, there we go.
So the para heal here can actually be kind of relevant, because if you don't heal it off, you can actually run out of digs. If you dig and then get paralyzed in the second turn.
Yeah. She's not always gonna switch out like that. Sometimes she will just spam light screen because she doesn't know what to do and she panics. But usually she will switch out like that. Are you ready, chat? It's time for another fight. And more static. Luckily, it's not everything in this gym that has static. There are a few exceptions. This Fluffy is not one of them, though. Didn't get the static, though. That's good. The other thing in here, in this fight, is Blitzel. It doesn't have static. So I like this Blitzel a lot. Are you ready? For the third and final fight of this gym before the gym leader. At least this Blitzel doesn't have static, but at last she's gonna send out her Elekid, which might have, it does have static, so. Still a chance we have to heal before the fight, but I might do it anyway because the gym leader's first Pokemon is Emolga, and Emolga's not very nice. Oh, I got a crit, okay. That is less likely to happen than static, but I'll take that. Slash is very, very important, because Emolga is part flying type and is not affected by ground type moves. And my only other option is Metal Claw. So like I said, Experience Route is really optimal here, so it's perfect timing that I get Slash there. Give me what I need. Shouldn't need to save. I just entered the Pokemon Center, so if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna spawn at that Pokemon Center and yeah. Only way to die is if we get crit, which literally happened to me in yesterday's practice run. There's the devil. Don't mention the name. We're not mentioning the name anymore. Alright, I have to heal this. Stay hydrated, Dwelper.
Wait, what name? You mean that electric rodent?
Yep, that's it. Oh, I got the crit and the range, but static, but it was worth it.
That is still solid.
Slash is 1 in 8 to get a critical hit because of higher crit chance. But I'll still take it, other than having to look at Emolga for a few more seconds. Okay, I have to heal again because the last Pokemon has quick attack and I don't want to deal with that. Alright, no static please. Nice. Alright, that should be GG. HP is also looking pretty good for the next fight. I am very pleased with how this run is going.
Yeah, so far you don't really have, or there doesn't really seem to be any major hiccups yet, and we've gotten through probably some of the hardest parts already, so...
The next, not the next fight, but the next fight again, and the next fight again, and the next fight again are probably the worst.
I know. I am painfully aware.
Ugh.
Not the next one, but the one after... not the next one or the one after that, but the one after that. I ended up having to... Because I ran Manipulous Drillbur at some point, and I just ended up evolving it into Excadrill because I just couldn't. Luckily, that was only like 1 level away, so it didn't really matter, but... Or 2 levels away, something silly like that. I don't even know.
I honestly don't even blame you. Alright, the Raikkonen got used there, so we have Rock Slide. Rock Slide being a 90% accurate move, but has the flash of flinching. I think it's 30%. And it's also double targeting in case I get into a double fight. Or a triple fight. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Get to walk the catwalk with the Elisa. And now we just get out of here. Ain't got time for that. Oh, that was whatever. The wrong tile, but it's fine. So Team Plasma are back, and where you can find Team Plasma, you can usually find Hugh as well. Still looking for his sister's Purloin. Ugh. 10 out of 10 movement if I do say so myself. So this first fight, no issues. It's cute little Trubbish. Dies to dig. The next thing though, oh boy. He technically cannot kill you, it's only up to you and your bad RNG if he can kill you or not. So next up we have another Grunt with a Watchhawk. Doesn't sound that intimidating, but the Watchhawk has Super Fang, Confuse Ray, and Hypnosis to basically just troll you. So if you have full health, you're always gonna lose half your health because of Super Fang always doing half to your current amount of HP. Hypnosis having the chance of putting you to sleep, and then Confuse Ray just confusing you. Up to dig here, yeah. Crits are amazing here. Happened in my PB, and that happened right there. Let's go! Ah! Nice. Didn't even get to show off how much of a troll the Watchhawk can be, and now it's just anticlimactic.
Oh, I mean, this has been really solid RNG. I'd say take it, you know?
Yeah, really shouldn't be complaining. But I already hyped up the fight of being such a troll fight, and then it just happens. Sad music is sad because his sister's Purloin, Bible Thumb, and yeah, let's just move on.
Chat is now calling it easy. I can guarantee you, chat. I wish it was.
This next fight, though.
Oh yeah, no, we're still in for an interesting one.
But now we have no other choice but to watch Bianca be like, "Oh, have you heard about hidden grottos? Oh, you have? Okay, let me show you anyway. Let's go look. Let's go look for one. Where could it be? It's definitely not behind me. The only place or the only direction I haven't looked. Let me just move away from that point as well, and then oh, there it is.
It's a bit like Fennel in Black and White 1, where when she gives you the I don't even know what that thing is called after the Dream Yard, the one for Wi-Fi stuff and whatnot.
Oh, the sea gear.
Yeah, that one, the sea gear. And she asks if you want instructions, and when you say no, she's like, "Oh, you don't? Here, have them anyway."
Oh,
I'm
nice
glad
movement.
there's not a lot of places where that happens, but unfortunately not skippable.
I wish this fight was skippable though.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, this is Heartbreaker Charles, and not only does he actually call himself that, but he is also the Heartbreaker of ruining a lot of runs. Because in this generation, they introduced the concept of triple and rotation battles. Black 2 having rotation battles, and this game having triple battles. And you know, it's like his team is pretty OP. At least compared to my team.
Yes, I've not really done the triple. Like, I usually tend to struggle more with the triple battle than the rotation battle. At least in my experience. That said, the rotation battle tends to be slower, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, it didn't use Psybeam on me, that's good. It's like a really low chance of doing that. Psybeam has a 10% chance of confusing, but it might do it here on the second turn since I didn't crit it. Psybeam, there it is. No confusion, that's so good. Now we just need to not get Aqua Jet crit from Tatuka. Again, this is going so smooth. It's so White Guard. Alright. It's so anticlimactic. Well then, I swear that fight can only be pretty hard. Now we broke his heart instead. Three Pokemon! Love! Good, good, good. Okay, I got a bit of menuing here to do, so if there's anything to talk about, you can start talking about it now.
For sure. You guys are currently watching the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding the COVID-19 outbreak, we're currently doing our extended BSG online event instead of our week-long annual event, with streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. If you want to stay up to date with our events, you can do so by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look of the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more. We're also in the process of uploading all our VODs to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BSG Marathon. Be sure to check it out and subscribe to find one new video per day in your feed. And on the note of other places you can find cool content, did you know BSG also supports small community events such as the Harvest Moon Marathon and the Colin McRae-a-thon? Those are happening live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BSG_marathon. Note that it is the only one of our handles that has an underscore there. We're actually currently in the process of a Link to the Past randomizer tournament that'll continue again starting next week. So be sure to check that out at twitch.tv/BSG_marathon.
Alright. So I mentioned that this fight could also be pretty tricky. You can get pretty unlucky to say the least. So the gender of your Drillbur also matters, because you're gonna fight two Pokemon with the ability Cure Charm. Ugh. Okay, I can slash that, that's actually pretty good. So next up is a Swoobat with the ability Cure Charm, having a chance of pretty much like, yeah, using Attract and making me immobilized by love. 50-50 chance of you using a move or not. Didn't happen there, that's pretty lucky. But it only works if you're like female and the Suba's male, which it was in this case. But there's also one later in the run where it's the opposite, where it's a female and a much rougher fight, so you don't want to go into that fight as a male, but you can. It's not, like, impossible to do, but it's just much worse. With that said, we are now a big mole.
And a very powerful mole at that.
Definitely. No, there's just a lot of mashing again about the story of the former Team Plasma and how some of them had their base here and they don't want to do crime anymore. They're just like part of Team Plasma, but they don't want to do the evil stuff, so they try to make up for their own evil deeds they did back in the day. Hugh is still just yelling about his sister's purloin. The Zora you see to the right of the old man is actually, if you remember from regular Black and White, N's Zora. You can encounter these Pokemon randomly in random places and they will have this random aura where they will look like shinies, but they're not shinies because their sprites don't have a different color, but they will sparkle for some reason. Then if you catch them, they will say it's actually N's Pokemon. That's Zora included. We would like to have Ironhead here because it's a pretty good stab move. Stab meaning be same type attack bonus. So it's a steel type move, and that is pretty. It works pretty well with a steel type Pokemon because we've just evolved into one. So perfect timing once again. Now we go down here to mine some diamonds. But yeah, you can take the Zora if you want to. Like, you don't really need it for speedruns, though it doesn't serve any purpose. I just want to mention it because of Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, where you do need a Zora, and it can be a pain to get one. And then you just handed one for free there. Because of its unique ability of what's it called again? Whatever, it's a move, or it's an ability where if it's not the first Pokemon in your, oh wait, if it is the first Pokemon in your party, it will take the shape of another Pokemon in your party, I think. And then you can kind of troll your opponents there, and that's what they have to do in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to finish the final boss Pokemon. My little brother. No, it's my dead little brother. But yeah, I mentioned earlier that Escadrille is just really broken. And we're gonna one-shot a lot of things from here. It's just about fast enough to outspeed everything. Or at least most things in this game, and then it just gets... I'm pretty sure its final moveset are also moves that they use in competitive. With the Sword Stance, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Earthquake. Or at least they used to back in the day.
That does sound like the kind of moveset that I could see happening on an Excadrill for sure.
Definitely Sword Stance being double the power. Alright, here's Clay. He's luckily not as big of a pain as in regular Black and White. Luckily, but he can still troll you a little bit. We got Intimidate here, so we have to send out Psyduck instead to get rid of the attack drop we got from Intimidate. Unfortunately, sacrificing Psyduck here. I also forgot to mention the fact, you saw it right there. My Psyduck has the ability Cloud 9. You can manip around that, but it's like, sometimes you just gotta take what you can take, because like I said, Psyduck is really rare on the route. And when you finally find one and it's Cloud 9, you might just say, ugh, I'm gonna take the time loss, because it's gonna have the Cloud 9 ability pop up every time you send it out in the battle. Alright, Sand Slash didn't... ugh. Okay, so Sand Slash is not only a range, but it's really good to get the flinch because you don't get bulldoze, and oh, I don't even need to do anything here. Bulldoze will lower your speed, and I really need to have my speed intact. So getting a crit or the flinch with Iron Head is really good on the Sand Slash. So you don't have to switch out to Pidove. Now we're facing another Escadrille, one level higher, but then Streamer, how are you gonna outspeed? Well, just like that. Because of perfect IVs.
Yeah, with perfect IVs, you do not outspeed, and that fight becomes an absolute nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine. And that's it. That is 5 badges already, more than 50% done. This next split is, at least for me, one of the most anxiety-filling splits you can go through. A few ranges here and there where if you don't... Oh, yeah, ranges as well as some RNG factors that can also just turn a fight around and make it really slow or, worst case, actually kill you. But there's also a lot of really complicated movement you have to go through. One specific route, and then there's a place called Charstone Cave, and then there's another route, and then there's the next gym with probably the hardest movement of or the hardest puzzle, I would say, of a lot of gyms. Especially if you want to go fast like I want to do. So if you're learning this game, then practice that gym a lot, but we will touch more upon that when we actually get there. Now there's a new thing going on called the Pokemon World Tournament, and even though we're busy with the story here, we have to go check it out because, oh, it's so cool, and Clay recommends it. You should go try it out, and if you don't want to do it, then too bad, because there's something blocking your path if you try to progress. So I guess we're checking it out. It is a really cool place, though. You can fight all the gym leaders from this game in here, but you can also fight gym leaders from other regions. And later on, champions as well, which I find insanely cool. Even tried to work out a category for this, but I'm bad at routing, so I never finished it. But there is a lot of really good music if you fight some of the other gym leaders from the other games. If you haven't heard about it before, then I highly recommend to go on YouTube and look up Pokemon World Tournament battle themes, I think it is. But yeah, it's a tournament style thing where you just gotta make it through the whole thing, and not rigged at all, as you can probably tell, having to coincidentally go up against our own rival in the first round. And then, everything set up so I can meet up with Charon in the next fight, and for the finals, the cool astronaut man. But surely it's like tournament, not rigged at all, so surely we will not go through it and meet those guys, because it's like, it's full of skilled trainers, right? Right? Anyway, first range with this Duwat, it's favorable, but if you don't get it, it can kill you with revenge, and it can kill you with a crit as well.
Well, that's a thing.
Sure is. I might have to just take a death here and then just come back. Well,
that does look like your best bet, yeah.
Yeah, because you cannot use items in this place, and you don't get experience either.
That's honestly the part that I dislike the most about this forced set. I mean, I get why it makes sense, but a bunch of battles you have to go through and then you don't even get anything out of it.
Once again, I'm hyping up this place to being rigged and have to go through it, and then yeah, free yellow shard at least. We're just gonna try again. I swear you're normally favored to one-shot that Duwat with Dig. I just got pretty unlucky. And then with the crit from Water Pulse is really, really unlucky.
The game's just kind of trying to make up for the insane amount of luck you've been getting so far.
Yeah, I guess so. Luckily, it doesn't seem like you lose any money from this, and you don't have to take the walk of shame back to this place. You just get eliminated, and then you get to try again. Luckily, they're rearranging the whole tournament so we can go from the beginning again, because that makes a lot of sense. Alright, you what? Round 2, let's go. Can't believe I got killed by one of my favorite Pokemon's evolution. Oh well. I missed it again! And I got confused. What in the world? I'm gonna play the save.
This is really not giving you any luck today, is it?
Not this place, at least. Should be fine as soon as I get back in here again, though. Looks like the crit was a range as well, because it did just under half here. Put me on pretty nice HP, though, I gotta say. Okay, last annoying thing here is the Tranquil being able to detect, and it did, of course, just losing us time. Man, I lost! I'm so sorry, Hugh. I'm so sorry for you. Oh hey, look, we're going up against Charon in the next round. Who would have thought? But surely, the astronaut guy will lose to the random stranger, the random NPC there. Right? Right? Anyway, another thing about this place is that abilities are always random. So, for instance, Charon will here send out a Stoutland with either Intimidate or another ability that I don't remember. But then, spoilers, after this tournament we will fight alongside him, and his Stoutland there will have a bit Intimidate. Ruff, ruff. So if it has Intimidate, I have to use a Hone Claws. It didn't have Intimidate, okay, cool. Did get the flinch as well, that's nice. That is not a range, by the way. Just doesn't kill unless if you crit. As far as I know. The same with this Chinchino having the chance of having the ability Cure Charm. It also loses a bit of text boxes, but the Cure Charm is cured as soon as you knock it out. The worst fight is yet to come, though. And just so happens to be in the final battle of this place. Definitely not against the astronaut guy, because we're all cheering for the NPC, right?
Yeah, no, that random NPC is definitely gonna win. I mean, if one of the let's imagine for a second that one of those NPCs was a youngster named Joey, you know he'd win.
And that just kills your run. Nothing to do about it.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well give up at that point.
You don't even have to do the fight against youngster Joey. You just have to take the L. Might as well skip out on the humiliation. Alright, Chorus. New theme. This is the finals theme for the Pokemon World Tournament, and it's really hype. So he leads off with Magneton. Magneton often having Sturdy, like his Magnemite had in the first fight. We are hoping to not get Sturdy. If he does have it, he has Supersonic, as you can see there, and that can get really ugly. Okay, no Sturdy. Perfect. So that guarantees this fight. I think he has another move as well that can cause problems, but I don't remember which one. There we go, that's the Clink. And after taking one L, we took the W. Now the winners. But yeah, I actually routed out a fair bit of a category for the Pokemon World Tournament here. The only problem, or not the only problem, but a problem is that it's going to be really long, and you have to manipulate the other Pokemon you're gonna use as well. One being Escadrille, of course, and then the others being Latios and Volcarona. Which also means you would have to use Pokemon Black 2 instead of White 2. Not only being the slower game, but also... What was I gonna say? Yeah, slower in the sense of having different puzzles and rotation battles instead. Quite the hassle. I think I got to the point where I got trainer data from all the trainers in the Pokemon World Tournament, but that was pretty much it. That's why I became lazy when I tried to do calculations for beating some of the Pokemon in there. They're not all that easy. Some of them are pretty rough, especially the Dragon type gym leaders and champions, especially with Haxorus. But yeah, luckily we don't have to do that or deal with that anymore, so we're just gonna go on board of this strange ship. The very cold, strange ship. Where Team Plasma just so happens to hang out, as you can see. Now we're ambushed. It's not like we should just run back, because why would we do that? We're just gonna take up the fight. Because that is how we deal with problems in the world of Pokemon. You also saw me buy a Carbos in the Pokemon World Tournament for the one battle point I got from winning the Pokemon World Tournament. That's gonna become later, or important later. This thing never dies, I think. At least I have never killed it in one shot unless if I got a crit. One Trubbish. So for Pokemon in general, you will see this a lot. Like, the optimal thing here would be to go for Dig, because it's super effective against the poison type like Trubbish. But not only is Dig slower, but it's also super effective. And we wanna save as many text boxes as we can. So if a neutral move will just take care of the Trubbish, we will use that to save the text box. But yeah, this is the fight where we will fight alongside Charon. He will send out his Stoutland, and you can notice here it has the Intimidator I talked about. So this is technically not the same Stoutland as in the Pokemon World Tournament. It's a pretty fun thing though. Maybe it's just adjusted by programming in the tournament, I don't know. Nice to see they're at least upgrading that Pokemon a little bit to give us a bit of a challenge here. Even though everything still gets knocked out from one shot, but at least they look bigger. And bigger isn't more intimidating. Now we're gonna fight alongside Hugh here. We'll be using his very scary Duwat that killed us in the first round of the Pokemon World Tournament. Hugh is also a mixed bag. Sometimes his AI can be really, really helpful, but other times he can also... just like his brain is made of mashed potatoes. Especially when he goes for things like Fury Cutter on poison types, or Endure for no random reason. You'll see that later in the game when we get to fight alongside him a bit more. Plasma. And like I said, everything in the world of Pokemon is handled by Pokemon battles. But now the big boss, one of the big bosses, will just step up and say, "Hey, why are you just not throwing these children off the bridge, off the boat?" Then we're getting rid of them, and it's no issue anymore. And that's what he does and what they do. And now we're here, and the boat is gone. Talking about some legendary dragons or something, I don't even know, who cares. Moving on once again. It's time for our final shopping trip of the run. We are going to need one escape rope. We might need full heals, but it's not guaranteed. And then just max repels. Eh. Here comes the first part with pretty complex movement, full of spinners. I also got spooked right there because I took one step into the grass. Should have been punished for that, but I didn't. Oh, nice. So this is the place where I mentioned a dealing earlier in this run. You get a dealing from the woman on top. She's like blocked by the text box right now, but that's the dealing you would be used to find your DS parameters in order to find your manipulations for this game. You would get the dealing and you would set the time and date to something specific and then look at what you get. Put that time and date and the stats into RNG Reporter. And then after you do a few tests on different times and dates, then you, in the end, will be able to locate your DS parameters and can start looking for your attack picks and drill bursts and stuff. Alright, let's see. Oh boy. I should have gone immediately, but whatever, I'm just gonna wait. Oh, look at this significant looking thing. Whoa, that's so cool. Before it just eats itself into wherever. We're gonna see it later though, but that's only for a few frames. It's the legendary trio of this game. I'm not sure if it was this game or if it was the original Black and White, but that Pokemon used to be used in the main speedrun before they decided on Tepig in Black, White, or Escadrille in this game. The Cobalion.
I think it's this one. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's this one.
Yeah, I think so too. I just don't want to be quoted on anything. When you knock on these things, they will just give you an animation you cannot get through. Oh, that was very dumb, but I did it anyway. Not very optimal. I got distracted by the dust cloud. They can also randomly appear and will give you encounters or items. It's also the same method of how I got the Drillbur. It can also be used in other instances where, if you're really lucky, you can spawn in front of a trainer and it'll block their vision. So you just don't have to fight them. This movement is... Ah, dang it, I messed up already. To be careful about. Let's go, let go. I nailed this movement yesterday, but of course I don't do it in a marathon. That's what I'm talking about! Ah! Hi, Drillbur. Thank you for demonstrating the power of dust clouds randomly appearing in front of you. Oh! How did I dodge her? What in the world? I could have sworn she was looking up towards me. Oh well. We got through it. Oh yeah, free Master Ball only after 5 batches. Whoa, wow. I bet that Master Ball will come in handy by a lot. Spoilers, it won't. Who needs Master Balls anyway? But yeah, Professor Juniper we have seen a few times already, and then the gym leader of this city. Many people's favorite gym leader, for various reasons I'm not gonna touch upon. Getting through this movement. There we go. Off to Celestial Tower. Obligatory to climb in regular black and white, but then this game you just gotta go talk to Professor Juniper, she will give you the lucky egg, and then you can just skedaddle out of there. Lucky eggs, the MVPs of Pokemon speedruns, by the way. That's not what I was supposed to do. Let's see, lucky egg. Don't need the experience share anymore. Oh my god. Fat fingering here. Now we will teach the HMs to our HM friends. Surf, fly, and strength. Then I will actually be flying away from here back to the city I was in before. But it is actually a few seconds faster to go through the route, but I just never bothered learning it. Because it looks scary, and that's dig for some reason. What in the world? So I never bothered learning the movement back from this place. It's not that much faster, but it looks cool. Alright, time to go through this gym. The gym I talked about having the hardest puzzle in a lot of Pokemon games. It's definitely hard to time everything well, so I think I will just try and sit here in silence while I go through it so I can focus. Almost there. One more to go. Nailed it, nice. So if you can't see the gimmick of this gym, at random points in the cycle you will just get blown down to the nearest collision point when going down, and most of the time you'll just get blown right down into drainers that will fight you because they have insanely long vision. So this is the Swoobat I talked about earlier having cute charm as well, but it doesn't affect me since I'm also female. Oh no, I don't think it has cute charm actually, it has attract. It has an ability though that makes me not affected by status changes. So the X speed and Home Claws there don't have any effect on the Swoobat, but it does help for Swanna and the last thing. Home Claws also... Oh, I missed the range. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh... Oh god, that's not good. Can I even get through this now? That is a really rare range. That's not a crit. Oh no. Yeah. That is very unfortunate. I have been really unlucky with crits in this fight. I think I can still win though. I just need to heal to full. Doesn't matter that I'm slower than the last thing she's gonna send out, because it's most likely gonna use agility anyway to raise its speed by 2 stages. I just need to survive 1 hit from Swanna here. Hopefully it dies to Iron Head. Yep, alright. Well... Anyway, Earthquake. We liked Earthquake. Don't need Dig anymore. Let's go. I am using a lot of Hyper Potions in this fight. I am not too thrilled about that. There's the agility. Might have. Yeah, I'm gonna use Home Claws. Don't think that's gonna kill, so I'm just gonna Home Claws again. And then Rock Slide should kill. Unless if it raises its defense from Steel Wing. It's gonna heal now. I am gonna heal again. Just Iron Head. There we go. That is normally not that difficult, but that was insanely bad luck. And a lot of wasted Hyper Potions. Surely it's only uphill from here, right? Right, guys. Right, Cruel. You have some.
It's only gonna be uphill from here. You got this.
You can talk about something while I just get my heartbeat to slow down.
Sure thing. So I would quickly like to thank ESA for supporting our event and for allowing us to stream on their channel once again. For information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. Currently, as we are going with BSG at home, we are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who's dealt with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind, and when you do donate, you actually have a number of donation incentives to choose from, one of which is coming up relatively soon, which is the Sonic Heroes Team Sonic versus Team Chaotic. Currently in the lead is Team Chaotix with 30 euros versus Team Sonic with 0. There's also the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD. The Ventus versus Aqua versus Terra beginner any percent. Currently Ventus is in the lead with 21 euros, followed by Aqua with 5, and Terra doesn't have any yet. There are some targets to go for later on. There is for Fez any percent. There is the 0% completion glitch that will be showcased if 100 euros is raised for it. We're currently at 56 out of 100. And during the Fez run, you can have the runner, well, wear a Faz. For 150 euros, he will be wearing that throughout the entirety of the run. You want me to keep talking, or you want to take over again?
Nah, I can take over from here.
Alright.
Sounds like some very cool incentives to go for there. I would do it. And donate to a good cause, of course.
Absolutely. There is a lot of cool incentives to donate for. And you get to support a fantastic charity in the process. So, really a win-win here.
I messed up this movement by a lot. It's fine. It's saved. So this place is different in Black 2. The puzzle is different as well. I think it's like... I don't think it's turned upside down, but the whole place is blue instead of having the theme of being a volcano. It's just water, I think. But yeah, in Black 2 you also have to do an obligatory double fight, so that's why White 2 is just faster. To walk a little bit there to complete the cycle of not running into that guy. That guy will stay right there. Oh, that's a dust cloud! Ah! So in Fight 2, this is the only obligatory double fight you have to go through. And we will be fighting alongside Bianca here, which is pretty cool. There's also a common theme of if you're accompanied by somebody who's running behind you, in like Bianca in this example, she will heal your party after each battle, but they will not be healed when you go into the first fight. So if I were to run into a dust cloud, for example, then going out of the fight would heal my team to full. Wouldn't be the worst thing in this case, but I still had to heal since I'm not expecting to run into any dust clouds. That with Bravo was a 75% range, so that was pretty good getting that. At least I'm getting some favorable ranges. Also glad to see Mushiana actually putting in work using Shadow Ball. It also likes to use Yawn, I think. But it's being pretty aggressive here, that's good. Just needed it for this final Drift Blim as well. Nice flinch and Shadow Ball and crit Shadow Ball. I think that's a range, so that was pretty good. The next fight can also be pretty dicey. I love the music in this place as well. Doesn't beat the music coming up in the next city though, even though we only get to be there for a little bit. Only get to hear the intro of it, and then that's it. This is also where we'll be fighting Cynthia after the run, by the way. An incentive we met like merely minutes into the run. I don't think she's there right now, but she's using the house to the top left right now as like a vacation house, borrowing it from a friend. And that's why we'll be fighting her after this run is over. Alright, unfastened. I need a +2 from Home Claws here, so I'm hoping for Detect. Didn't get it, so I'm getting Taunt. Now I can no longer use Home Claws, and now I'm getting Detected, of course, excuse me. This is what makes the fight a little bit dicey, unfortunately. Because if Samurott wants to, it can just kill me. If it uses Aqua Jet twice and high rolls. There's one Aqua Jet. Ugh, nice HP though. Normally I would go to +2 and kill it with Earthquake, but that's also a range. Ugh. Oh my god, please stop. Might just have to go for it here. Oh, of course you crit. Again. Why wouldn't you?
Well, on the note of that crit, Wartap just donated 15 euros, saying, "Hello BSG and Retrotato, big fan here. Really enjoying this Gen 5 content. Keep up the good work and don't get crit." So, I think you've already disappointed him, and I hadn't even read it out yet.
Sorry, Dad. Wonder if I should, yeah, I'm gonna hope it does die to one Earthquake from here. So I'm calling Wartap my dad because I'm actually sharing his family plan of Nintendo Switch subscription. Because he bought it without... oh. Okay. Wait, he can Aqua Jet now and... whatever. Oh, okay. Oh, this...
Wartap is telling me that I should have read it earlier, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the L here. This is just too much. I don't have a choice either. I can't keep wasting my hyper potions.
Well, at least you had those extra 7 minutes on estimate. I guess they might come in handy after all.
With this luck, for sure. It's normally not this bad. Oh, well. Luckily we have Fly now, so we can just fly back to the place. It's right over here, I think. I'm not even sure anymore. It's my favorite place in the whole region, but I never remember what it's called or where it is. Yeah, this is the place. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's try again. So the thing with Samurott's Aqua Jet is that it can do rolls of 66 to 78, and that is a range to do just around half for me. Pretty unlucky. No detect again, just straight into taunt, alright. Got a level up though, so I might actually have a better chance of surviving this. Okay, didn't use Aqua Jet, that's good. Oh, there's the Aqua Jet. I'm just gonna revive here, that should be fine. Might have to fully heal again, because I need the Home Claws. Since Earthquake didn't kill last time. It might do it from here, honestly, but... let's just stay safe, I guess. So, as soon as this fight is over, it should be uphill from here, right? Oh, I didn't use Home Claws, but it's fine.
Should is a famous last word when it comes to speedrunning, to be fair.
Good point. Yeah, that didn't kill. I think I have to go Rock Slide this. Oh, yeah, of course you're gonna heal. No, it's over. For now. Alright, moving on. I have to wait a second here, unless I have to go for... if I want to really go for frame perfect movement to dodge that guy. And that guy as well. Oh yeah, I talked about the Gambalion showing up later. It's to the left right now, you're gonna see it when I bike past here. There it is, goodbye Gambalion. We're going into a lot of cities now with great themes. This one in particular is really soothing and just really nice for the soul. And luckily there's a lot of mashing to go through, so we actually get to listen to it for a little bit. Well, we have some story time here from whoever this is. Talking about the legendary dragon of this region, blah blah blah. Alright, thank you for the TED Talk. Some even more talking here. Oh yeah, I don't think I've mentioned this either, but I'm actually like, I have been talking a lot about manipulating on your unique DS because, oh, I have, yeah. Manipulating on a DS because it's unique to every single DS what your RNG is gonna be like in this this game. So I'm actually like playing this on an actual DS with a capture card modded into it. If you're from Europe, which I think most people in here are, you can go to Maki.net and he might have some here and there. That's where I got 2 of mine from, at least. Definitely recommend it. And he also ships candy along with the DS. So it's Maki.net, MERKI.net.
Can confirm that's where I got mine as well.
Let's see, Rock Slide, both of these. Miss Cryogonal, dang. And there's the Encore. Neat. Thanks, Samurott. It's like the worst one to miss Rock Slide on as well. Oh, I don't even know if the Golbat has Supersonic or Confuse Ray or anything. Alright, Sword Stance, finally. Weasel and Garbodor. Let me just Earthquake these, actually. Sneasel didn't die, unfortunately. It's fine, though. Kinda hoping for an Aqua Jet here. Of course not. Why would I rely on Hughes to be cooperative? Chasing Team Plasma a little bit more, because that's what we've been doing the whole run. A nice, neat rare candy here. This place has... like, I tried to figure out the cycles here, but I just cannot figure them out. I kept getting different results of their vision, those two trainers. Oh, there we go. This is normally where I would be doing menuing, using the two Gabos I have, a rare candy and heal if I needed to. But I'm just gonna wait for that since I've gotten a lot of extra experience from being rather unlucky. My repel's also really off, so this feels really strange to me. I know. Oh, what? I think I tried to tweak there for a second. Anyway. Kikwa! And yeah, see ya. That was Virizion. Another one of the Pokemon from the Legendaries trio. So in regular Black and White, this is where the last gym is. That's something you might often forget when you enter this city. Like, oh, I'm about to take on the final gym, but you're not. This is the 7th gym. With a lot more user-friendly puzzle in this place, in this game, compared to Black and White.
I mean, it's not even so much the user-friendliness, it's more so, in Black and White, it's just stupidly long.
Yeah, that as well. But yeah, this place can also be stupidly long if you get really unlucky on the last trainer fight in here. That one is also a big run killer. That is a nice flinch. Okay, so hopefully I do get a level up before the... I think I should actually be using my Carpos right now just to... wait. No, I don't. No. I shouldn't be needing that. Hopefully I get a level up from this fight. Because when you got an extra experience, you usually do the Red Candy and Carpos menuing after this fight. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a level up because I have the Lucky Egg and there are 2 Pokemon in this fight. Both giving a good amount of experience. The first use of Sword Stance as well. Raising my attack by 2 stages. Basically doubling my power. Stupidly broken, if you ask me. Okay, yeah, this is an easy level up. Almost up to half even. I will be saving before the next fight though, because it's another triple battle and it can go brutally wrong. Have to hit a range and then hope that things also go your way. Like, you can not only lose the fight, but there can also... stuff can also happen that makes things really slow. Do I even have 2 revives, actually? oh no. I have 1 revive. Well... I actually have to head out of here and heal. I need both revives, I need both of them alive. Sorry about that, I should have realized that I only had one revive. Now we just gotta take the run of shame back to the Pokemon Center.
I mean, in a run like this, especially where you get bullied by RNG as much as you did, this, it happens. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Pokemon will do this to you, especially when speedrunning.
You've been doing amazing. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure chat will agree with me here.
Aw. Just gonna heal with the PC. I don't even know if it's actually faster, but we can go see Chunkus again. Oh, get put out there in a second. It's pretty important. Maybe the game just wanted to see Chunkus again. And we still have to go through the next fight as well. And that's 111 and 16 range. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, this is pure muscle memory. Good dang it. But yeah, since I have both Pidove and Psyduck with me, I have to hope for the next guy to actually knock them out. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm here. Because if he doesn't knock them out, then they're gonna get experience. And since they're level 2 and 6, I think, that's gonna take a while. Oh, wait, I had to actually reset already because I forgot this in my practice runs as well. I have to put Escadrille in second slot because of the order the triple battle has to go in. Alright, let's do it like that. Actually, in all honesty, we're just main switching to Pidove right now. It's fine, it'll carry us to the end. This Escadrille is like bad anyway, since it keeps not getting ranges. There's Cloud9 again. Alright, Gust on Druddigon. I have to Sword Stance. Then I Tail Whip. It's pretty important that I do those specifically, because in case they don't actually like knock Pidove or Psyduck out, then I can at least get one hit up on Druddigon and be more likely to hit the range. And that's just what happened since it used Revenge. And yeah, Pidove did its part. That's pretty nice. One, two, three, 4 experience. Another point where this route is just really optimized is that those 2 Carbos become really important for this final gym leader fight. Not final gym leader fight, but the gym leader fight. Right now I should have just enough speed to outspeed his second Pokemon, and then I should get a level up just in time to... Actually no. It's just for the second Pokemon, never mind. Don't listen to me. But yeah, it's still like, you still get a level up just in time to outspeed the second Pokemon in this guy's team. The guy with the magnificent beard. I am Jelly. Alright, Sword Stance. Revenge. And there we go. And finally, Hexorus. as the final Pokemon. Will be faster than me, but cannot do that much damage. And it'll usually go for Dragon Dance. Away you go. That was the 7th badge. I'll drink to that. Stay hydrated. One more to go. And it's the gym with the coolest gym design, in my opinion. It's just really chill and just nice to go through, even though the puzzle is still there and might frustrate you, but it's just such a soothing and nice place to go through. I have a bad feeling though, before we go to the next gym, that will be like some shenanigans with Team Plasma or something. I just have a feeling. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I think they're gonna show up.
I mean, it's not like between Gym 7 and 8 ever there's ever anything happening, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's the case in Sword and Shield, but some would argue they're not Pokemon games. Another game variant from Black 2 to White 2 is that this city also looks different. In Black 2 it looks a lot more modern, whereas in this case with White 2 it looks a lot more elegant and old-fashioned and ancient, I guess.
I really like the version of this town in White and White 2, and I really dislike it in Black and Black 2.
Yeah, it's a little bit too futuristic, I guess. Alright, this is a 55-second cutscene. Cutscenes in RPGs. Good places for bathroom breaks. That's also pretty important alongside staying hydrated. Or just getting up and stretch, I guess. Anyway, that's a flying boat. Shooting beams of stuff that turn things into ice. It's pretty nice and cool. Drayton gets that brilliant idea of trying to use his Haxorus to break the ice. But things are just gonna stay awkward. Because as you can see, I'm still silent. Like, imagine having the character you're playing actually say something. But yeah, basically Team Plasma has an evil plan and they need something called the DNA Splices to accomplish something with the legendary dragons, blah blah blah. We just want to go fast. And we have a few more plasma fights now. Aren't those lovely? Especially with this repetitive theme. Luckily for me, I should say, that is that nothing can go wrong. At least from, like, not what I know of. You shouldn't jinx it though, but hey, at least I discovered something new, if something actually happens.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything weird happens in this part.
I think the worst thing that can happen is getting crit from the final Weavile from Ice Shard, but even then, I would normally have more revives, but still have one left at least. I should go buy more, honestly. Should have done that before when I was in the Pokemon Center anyway. Oh yeah, I might also point this out to people so they can hate me forever. With Escadrille's animation, it often just wiggles its nose like that, and people normally don't notice, but when they have it pointed out to them, they just hate the people who tell them. So sorry, not sorry. Now you have to watch the wiggle with me. So this Wii thing doesn't die to a regular hit, so we can hope for a crit or a flinch. But even then, it's just gonna double hit and doesn't do anything really. So after the next fight, I will... That was the slow way of doing this. After the next fight, I'll get healed to full, so it's important I put Escadrille in front, so we actually don't do a main ship to bit off. Won't recommend it. Don't try and go through this game at level 2 when you're fighting level 40 Pokemon, please. Don't try this at home. Okay, at least with a crit from Weavile and Ice Shard, it shouldn't kill me. Puts me under pressure though. Yeah, that's fine. Get a free heal now anyway. But yeah, they were looking for this item called the DNA splicers, and then now Drayden's gonna be like, oh look, I actually have the DNA splicers. Please don't short to them. I mean, at least we chased them away, so they're not gonna take it, right? Oh wait, they have invisible ninjas watching our every move. Whoops. To go one more tile down, but whatever. It's not too slow. These guys move at a pretty fast pace. The Shadow Trine. They're getting a bit of Earthquake. Because it looks like they need some. These guys like to carry around Pawniards, and always two of them for some reason. Shoutouts to Pokemon Sword speedruns. These guys must be Sword speedrunners. There we go. Time for more blinking RNG happening. I don't even know the story well enough to know what they're talking about right now, but I guess they're saying like, oh, you should go over here and then you should go look for them there and we'll meet you there, blah blah blah. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to this place. Back to some better music, better uplifting and soothing music. Even for just a second. if if I didn't go through so much unlucky stuff, I would maybe just walk through this place because this place is so nice to look at and has great music as well. But now that I've been so unlucky, I have to just stroll through here as fast as possible as I would normally do. Love the marine tube. Then there's this guy. Doesn't look like a regular NPC, so he must have another significant role. Oh wait, he's the gym leader. Oh, and he's actually also Nessa's brother from Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's actually canon because it says so on her league card in Sword and Shield.
Oh really? I had no idea that that was a thing. That's a cool little throwback to Gen 5.
Definitely is. And now a lot of people might ask, wait, you're a ground type, how are you gonna handle a water type gym? And I say, I just do. I kill stuff. I earthquake and then they go pfft. Almost afraid of jinxing it against this Mantine, still having to hit a rock slide, but it's fine. Don't think I've ever missed a rock slide on that Mantine. But it's easy to forget that this is the last gym because it's not very dramatic like most other final gyms are. It's just chill and soothing and just a nice time being here. Okay, I might have made this gym sound like a cakewalk, but the final fight can still go pretty slow. I might have to save, or otherwise I could just take a death and then get more revives. But again, if things go wrong, I shouldn't need more than one revive. So I'm just gonna go into the fight, I think. If I take the L again from being unlucky, then so be it. Alright, Iron Head hoping for a flinch. That's not it. That's a Scald. No burn? No, that's good. Then go for Earthquake here. Pretty likely the Wailord will just kill me with Scald now. But there's also a chance I'll just use Amnesia. Let's hope it does. Nope. It's fine. Okay, I actually have to go into the Pokemon Center next, I think, to get more revives, now that I actually have to use them. And this Wailord's gonna bounce on this pit up for whatever reason. I mean, it has Scald, it could have just used Scald and killed this level 2 pit up, but nope, has to drag things out and use bounce like that and just knock it into the distortion world. Okay, Amnesia, that's good. That's GG from here. Pringles, man. That was the final gym. Don't need drill run. So now we'll just go straight to the Pokémon League, right? Beat the Elite Four, beat the champion, finish the run, GG, well played. Because stuff never happens after the final batch. Right?
I mean, usually you face the evil team between Gym 7 and 8 in just about every Pokemon game, so yeah, no, there should be a pretty straight shot to Victory Road here.
Yeah, we already took care of them between the 7th and 8th batch.
Yeah, I think in most games after Gym 8, it's just you go to Victory Road, so we should do that here.
Oh wait, we're still looking for Hoot's Sister's Purloin. I forgot about that. Ugh.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Guess we're doing that because we cannot let any kittens down. I hate this bike. Terrakion. Just chilling there. So the only reason we go up here was to actually encounter Astronaut Man here. So we can get an item and then we just skedaddle out of here again the same way back. We will come back here later though. After he finished pointing at us. Nice. I'm so bad at that movement, I'm glad I actually nailed it there. To an extent. I'm just gonna let her see me here. You can like, this is a spinner. Either you're gonna hit her, and she will move out of the way so you can go below her, or she will look the other way like she did here, and you can go around and fight another trainer. But then there's still a chance that you can hit her, I think, when you go the other way. This fight is slower though, because she has 2 Remorates, and the other guy only has 1 Artillery. But I've always been in doubt if you could actually hit this girl after you have fought the first guy anyway. Not taking my chances today. Have to watch out for the cycle now as well. Guess that's this guy. So here's the one instance, I think it might be the only one, where you can hope for a Dusclops to spawn in front of this guy so he will not fight you. That's why we, like, sometimes it would be faster to just bike right in front of him so he doesn't have to walk over to you, but there's always a small chance of the dust cloud. Not today though. Not live on stream. This Gligar doesn't die to anything. Can hope for a Flamethrower crit, but never lucky. So for being a ranger and defeating a ranger, they will always give you a random berry. Time for a bit of menuing here. I need to... Wait, that's wrong bag. Max Ether on Earthquake. Oh, I forgot to get the revives. Should be fine. Famous last words, once again. It might just make one fight a little bit ugly, I think. But that might not be until later. I keep forgetting which part of the story it's in. It might be after I get to go to the Pokemon Center again and buy stuff. We'll see. Well, yeah, we found the strange, cold, cool flying ship. Good ol' Marlin here got the plank out for us so we can actually enter the boat, because that was our only shot at entering the boat, clearly. Forget about having a flying bird that can fly us anywhere in the region. Now we needed this plank to actually get on the boat. The boat. That's how you pronounce it. So that's what we're gonna do. More plasma fights. You might have seen right there that this Escadrille right now has more than 200 attack. Yeah, remember me talking about how broken this thing is? More than 200 attack is pretty broken. It was more than what my defense was. Like more than double. So we have to go this way normally. There's a PC to the right that will trigger those barriers, electrical barriers. So we're gonna need a password for that, but we quote unquote don't have the password, wink wink, nudge nudge. So I have to go around and wait, no, is it because of the password? It might be because of some remote, now that I think. No, it's because of a plasma card, that's it.
Yeah, you need the plasma card, and then all of the other ones will tell you bits and pieces of information about the password. But if you RNG manipulated your ID, the password is always the same.
Hmm.
You still need to look for the plasma, or well, quotation marks. Look for the plasma card, though.
And get the password, because why would we know our own password? But yeah, the password can be anywhere from 1101, 2202, 9909, or Reshiram, Sekrom, and Kuram spelled out. It might actually not even be Kuram, because some websites will state that it can be 1101, 2202, and then all the way from 5303 and to 9909. But some people say that it's only 1101, 2202, and then 9909, Reshiram, and Sekrom.
I can confirm that is not true. I had a run recently in the series race where I think it was 6606.
Oh.
I
Interesting.
can probably find you the video after we're done here today, if you want proof.
I mean, I will take your word for it. I think it's something heard from Garfield the Lightning, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, no, I remember specifically going through those because I knew those from the, and I figure I just checked those first, and I think I got 5505 or 6606.
It might be might be some other of the numbers that I excluded then. I might also be misremembering, and it wasn't those specific numbers.
So since you're still in a part with some runs here, there's actually something I need to quickly announce. We're going to change a few things in the schedule for later today. The Super Mario Advance Super Mario Bros. 2 any % run is going to be dropped. And before Gato Roboto, a Untitled Goose Game 100% run will be added to the schedule.
Honk!
Honk. So get your honks ready for that. That'll be after Sonic Heroes and before Gato Roboto. So in about an hour and a half to 2 hours after the end of this run.
Alright, we have the plasma card now, so we will go and use it on this thing and type in the password. You can get really unlucky and work out a really good manipulation and seed and everything, and then you get unlucky and will have the password Reshiram and have to spell that out. Then in that case it's so much better to have 1101, 2202 or 9909. Even better if you have 1101 because they're right next to each other. Another double fight alongside Hugh. Can't get enough of those. That was really laggy for a second, what the heck? Actually using Aqua Tail, not Encore. Taking care of both. Neat. Actually being useful. I have to Earthquake here and it'll not kill Weavile, unfortunately, unless if I get a... That's it, a crit. But not on Samurott though. Then Samurott will usually finish it off with Aqua Jet, but it's not going to in this case. And PP is pretty tight here, so I might actually have to just finish it with Rock Slide. Good thing I hit it this one. Oh, time for another cutscene soon of 47 seconds. Should probably get up and stretch, since I recommended it last time. There we go. More flying boats incoming. Ugh. Make sure you guys, if you're watching this as well and have been watching for a while, to get up and stretch here and there. Or else you're gonna break your own body. Alright, I will go fly to this place. And now it's time to get more revives. And then I will also heal it up in the PC and say hi to Chunkus. There it is. Actually, let me get some full bestors. I didn't even know they were accessible right now. Neat. Don't have to do shopping at the Pokemon League. Wait, what am I doing? Actually, I could have healed... Nah, whatever. It's fine. Could have healed Escadrille as well, and maybe have skipped out on using an elixir, but don't really want to throw things off track, so my muscle memory will get annoyed. Going through this place again, saying hi to Terrakion, bye to Terrakion, because we're heading through this place. Interrupting these guys doing whatever they're doing. Somehow not even seeing us. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, there is one Team Plasma or ex-Team Plasma member right there that's been pulling some strings for us, pretending to be Team Plasma and making us go places we weren't normally able to go to. So, one of the MVPs of this game. Gonna go through here and then back in again to set a flag for the escape rope I bought early in the run. Because this way also leads to the Pokemon League. We'll need to go this way at some point. When some of these awful events are over. Sometimes I wonder if Hugh even cares about like the world being in danger, or if he just wants his sister's Purloin back. No flinch. I can sell Iron Head though, I just need 3 after this point. A little bit more talking because we haven't had enough of. Oh, I get max revives now. I don't think I get that many though, but I don't know. We got the full restores, that's pretty good. Saves us some shopping later when we get to the Pokemon League. Okay, so I might have said that this is one of my favorite runs to do, and I grinded this for a long time, but that was also a long time ago. I've been mainly doing Sword and Shield ever since that came out, and then a little bit of Heart Gold, Soul Silver in between. So I pretty much took a big break from this game and recently just came back to the rest for BSG here. Meanwhile, an ambush. We're being ambushed Whatever will we do? Oh wait, I know. Pidove will save us. Let's go, Pidove. Oh wow.
The worst part is when Pidove actually survives, because I think he kind of wants it dead so it doesn't gain like 1 billion levels.
Yep, and I can't even Earthquake to kill it either.
So I guess while you're fighting off this this ambush right here, I'd like to remind people in chat that we are currently raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind, so be sure to get your donations in. We're getting quite close to the €2,000 mark, so let's try to hit that before the end of this run.
Oh, that is pretty hype. Definitely would like to see that, as this is going to a pretty good cause. Many incentive to put them towards as well.
For sure. I mean, we've got the... let me make sure I say this correctly. We've got the category choice still coming up for Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Heroes is actually coming up relatively soon as well. Because it's not the next run, but the one after that. We have the category choice between Team Chaotix and Team Sonic. Currently, Team Chaotix is in the lead with €30 versus Team Sonic with nothing to it yet. So if you want to change that, now is your chance. After this run ends, there's only about half an hour left until the category gets decided.
Well then. Incoming snipes emoji, eyes emoji. Oh, gotta be careful about that spinner. Why do I even go here? I am going down here. I think. Yeah, then this way.
Yeah, so in Black 2, this part would actually have been very different, where this would be where you would have to get the password and the plasma key, and then one of the trainers down here has the plasma card key.
It took me forever to figure out when I was going through the Pokemon World Tournament stuff in Black 2. And then it's like this. I'm gonna use that immediately since I ran out of earthquakes a little bit ago. There we go. And that is a big, cool dragon sitting in there. Wonder what it's doing there. Maybe it's chilling. Sorry about that. Couldn't help myself. Luckily, I think this is the last time we will see a Cryogonal. We have seen quite a few of those. Alright, next fight. Luckily, not against the Team Plasma Grunt. It's the final fight against Astronaut Guy. Gonna learn how to count with Astronaut Guy with his pretty cool theme. One, 4, 3, 2. So it's the same as the other fights where his Magneton will maybe have sturdy. That's why I'm iron hitting first, in hopes of getting the flinch. It's the same case for the Magnezone here. Iron hit to hope for the flinch, and be able to knock it out of sturdy. Pretty unlucky so far. It's fine though. Still not in kill range. Not having sturdy. Clang here doesn't have sturdy, but we will still need to Iron Head turn 1 because it's holding an air balloon, so we cannot use Earthquake on it. Usually goes with shift gear twice if you don't get the flinch. Would have been close to killing me. Nice HP if it actually went for a move. Oh, Fisher. Should have gotten X accuracies. And then Metang just goes down to 1 Earthquake, and that is it. GG. And that is the last we will see from Colress. Luckily we don't fight the plasma grunt here. But there will soon be 3 more fights. Not against plasma grunts, but against a certain shadow triad who will have the same theme. Oh yeah, and Dennis is here. This chair is huge. So yeah, remember the huge Scissors Purloin I've been talking so much about throughout the run? Well, there it is, and it's no longer a Purloin, unfortunately. This is actually like a really sad moment I really feel with Hugh. He gets paralyzed from this moment and just stares at the Purloin and... oh, not the Purloin, the Liepard now, and just cannot do anything. While I have to fight off these Shadow Triad goons. The sad thing about the Liepard as well is that it's not like responding to Hugh. It said in the text boxes that it's just growling at him, I think. That's why it's pretty sad that that it just doesn't remember him, and he spent so much time and effort looking for his Scissors Purloin, and now it's just not the same anymore. In terms of being not a Purloin anymore, but not even remembering where it came from, sadly. So I had to iron hit the previous Ponyard because I'm just gonna run out of Earthquakes, knocking out an additional 4 Ponyards. And I think the Ponyard I used Iron Hit on is minus defense or something. So it's more likely to actually one-shot if you get a crit. Not entirely sure though. Don't quote me. Then the next and final fight of the Shadow Triad here is hands down the most annoying one. I might actually heal for it because it can be such a trollish fight. With my new accommodated full restores, let's go. Never heard the theme go as far as this before. That's what happens when you go safe. So of course it's not the Ponyards here being annoying. I mean, it's just Earthquake and then they go take a nap. It's the second Pokemon here coming up, Axelgor. It's faster than me. One thing's being faster than me. It likes to go for me first as well, and then it's gonna use Iron Head on me and often will troll and flinch me, but Giga Drain is the best thing that can happen when it doesn't crit off, obviously. Still no problem though. Looks like I would have been dead to the crit though. Oh, would I? No. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would have been none. I would have been hanging on by a little bit, just a tiny bit. So, good thing I healed. No, that's over, luckily. Pretty sure that's the last time we have to listen to Plasma Grunt theme. And now we just have happy bike music as we're going through the final sections of this game, while things are still being really dramatic. Dennis escaped to this icy cave. What is he gonna do? He is summoning Kyurem. Wait, he's gonna freeze me to death. Wait, this isn't child-friendly. This is a child's game. Those look really pointy and sharp. Guys, help. I think I'm gonna die. Oh, at the very last moment, phew. What are the odds? Having a Reshiram use Fusion Flare and just stop time and save us. It's our old rival in from Black and White, finally making his appearance. Technically. At least physical, visual appearance, because he actually was there when we went through the Charstone Cave. You just got to see him, but you could hear him talk. You can tell it's him because he has really fast text boxes. Because he likes to... Like, he's the natural speedrunner, having a one character name and talking really fast. But yeah. 27-second cutscene. Oh wait, no. 1 minute and 20-second cutscene here.
Does that mean I've got plenty of time to talk about just about everything?
You do. Anything and everything.
Sounds good. You are currently watching the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our extended BSG online event instead of our week-long annual, with streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. Good morning, May. I'd quickly like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. For more information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. And if you're from the UK and you'd like to attend an event similar to BSG, we highly recommend checking out UKSG. UKSG, just like BSG, is currently doing a lot of their events online. But I imagine once the entire situation is over, they'll be running once again in Glasgow. They're currently running 4 times a year for Young Minds. Be sure to check out their Discord for more information on that. If you are a Twitch Prime user or you just like to support us here at both BSG and ESA, you can do so by using your free monthly Twitch Prime subscription or by just subscribing to the channel in general. You'll get access to all of the ESA emotes as well as several BSG emotes, and you can support both events in the process. So really a win-win right there. Let's see, cutscene is still going, right?
It's a new cutscene.
Ah, cool. If you want to stay up to date with our events, you can do so by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look at the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more. We're also in the process of uploading all our VODs to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BSG Marathon. Be sure to check it out and subscribe to find one new video in your per day in your feed. And while I'm going, I'd like to thank Veilig Reserveren for offering BSG a ticketing system for our events. Veilig Reserveren is a Dutch ticketing system offering a backend system for a variety of events, generally speaking located here in the Netherlands. So massive shout outs to them for all of the support behind the scenes. It looks like you're actually done with the cutscenes, so good luck on Kyurem.
Oh yeah, it's a big, scary legendary fused together, like two big legendaries fused together. However are we going to kill this thing? Oh man, Cruel, do you know? I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
Well, it is part ice type, so maybe a steel type move. That works, right?
Huh, it did. Wow. Well.
Oh, GG.
Thank you. There is actually a small chance it'll survive, but it need good IVs in HP and defense and plus defense. Now the real boss. Darkness. There are a lot of theories out there that the Getsus here only has one arm. I think that's pretty cool. And they're backed up pretty well by actually not at one point seeing any art or anything of him having 2 arms. Okay, this is actually perfect. Kofagrigus went for Protect turn 1, giving me a chance to set up Sword Stance. If it didn't use Protect turn 1, it would go for turn 2, and I would have one less Earthquake PP, which would be pretty annoying later on. So only dangerous thing now is, that I have to hit a rock slide. Dennis. Alright, rock slide, because Electros is... might be electric type, but it has levitate. So it doesn't actually have any weaknesses. Finally hit Dragon. And that was a Dragon. And that was Dennis. Sad music is sad. Going through father-son issues. Daddy, please don't leave me again. It is really beautiful, this piece, though. Hugh has finally been cured for his from his paralysis. We will just get out of here, use the escape rope we got a long time ago. And you probably remember that I said I would set a flag for when I was gonna use it. Well, here it is. So it's a good idea here to just walk back in instead of getting on the bike, because if you get on the bike immediately and then go in, there will be a tiny bit of lag because of the music transitioning. Spin to win. There we go. Hit this guy in my practice run yesterday. Pretty unfortunate. Especially because he has an Emolga. It's like all spinners in this game have an Emolga. To just make things worse for you when you hit a spinner. Anyway, is batch check still a meme with online marathons?
I don't really. It's not as potent as it would have been with an on-site marathon, especially if like ESA or BSG annual would have actually happened. But I guess we can still call this a batch check.
I have my batch right here, but I can't get it down. Guess I can just pull this thing down and then do batch check. I'll put this up back later. That'll do.
I gotta admit, I find this one of the coolest batch checks in the series.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's a bit like too much with the gate here and animations and stuff. Like having such a big gate and like imagine the electricity bill powering this thing.
True. That is true. But it still looks cool at least, so I guess there's that.
It does.
I mean, the black and white one batch check looks amazing, except it is so long.
Yeah. Cool small puzzles though.
3 minutes to get through or something. That's probably exaggerated, but...
But yeah, we're basically going through Victory Road right now. I like this Victory Road a lot, but I still think the one from Black and White is I think like they're pretty close, but I still like the one from Black and White better. I think this area just has a little bit like, oh, this Victory Road has a little bit too many areas. Or at least different kinds of areas. With this being an ancient ruin, and we're soon gonna go through a forest and then climb a mountain. I am bad at controlling this bike. Oh. Oh, wait, Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. Almost forgot what I actually had to do. Alright, I don't like this place at all. So we're doing it safe. Oh, I didn't even need to pick this up. This is just a backup or safety full store you can pick up. But I have plenty already from the previous shopping trip we did for safety. No, that's just that one spinner to go. I think they can be manipulated by doing this. Could also just use the bike, but whatever. This looks cooler. Shoutouts to Minnow. There we go. All we gotta do now is climb these stairs. Fight some veterans along the way. The first one here at least is pretty straightforward. But you can do some risky stuff for the next one, but I don't think anyone really does it. Because there are two dumb ranges and they can make things pretty slow for you. This Sork has 30, so I'm using Iron Head here. Of course, nice crit to hope for flinch, but didn't get it. It's fine though, it used bulk up. It's not gonna hurt me. This is the next and little bit more scary veteran you can fight. Or you have to fight. So the riskiest strat involves Iron Heading, using Iron Head on this bear tech. But I'm gonna Sword Stance. It's the next two Pokemon that are ranges if you don't use Sword Stance. If you don't get the ranges as well, you are also pretty likely having to go heal. Since you won't have the PP to go through the Pokemon League. Wait, did I? No, it's fine. I actually had to use Earthquake here, but I can get things back on track again on the next fight. One level away from a pretty nice level. Don't know where I was actually going there. Into the wall, I guess. Alright, let's fight Hugh for one final time. So we can rule out that he's the champion at least. Still don't know who it is. Maybe we have seen the champion before. Who knows?
Clearly it is Cynthia. I mean, that is who we're gonna fight at the end, right?
Oh yeah, that was spoiled in the incentive, that's right. So luckily his Samurott doesn't have Aqua Jet anymore. So goodbye Samurott, it was nice working with you and against you. But please never do it again. Ironhead should do it, and there we go. That's a pretty nice level. So my item situation and PP and everything should be fine, so I can just go straight into the Pokemon League here. Generation 5 also, for the first time, introduced fighting the Elite Four in any random order you want. We of course are gonna take that into our advantage with the optimal setup, because it actually matters for this. And the order can also be changed depending on your HP. So we're starting with the worst one. It's Marshall. So scared I almost couldn't take the last step. Shoutouts to this Elite Four theme. Also the best one in the series. Here we hope for a flinch, otherwise we'll have to take a death. Okay, bulldoze. Actually, no, we don't have to take a death, but we get a speed drop there. Switch into whatever. And now I can full restore and get the full HP. Next up is Mean Xiao. That's an easy one shot. Then we have Conkeldurr. Not gonna die in one shot. So we're once again hoping for a flinch here. Or a crit. Got the flinch. Nice. Since at least we healed to full HP, we would have been able to survive Hammer Arm from it. But yeah, it's even nicer getting the flinch. Alright, I have to Rock Slide turn 1 here to help with the flinch because this one has 30. Nice flinch, let's go. And the crit, just for good measure. That was a pretty good fight. Despite the one switch out, but that's almost inevitable every single time. Next up, it's number 2 up here, Grimsley. No repel. Giratina is hugging these stairs, because why wouldn't it? Hinting at our soon-to-come encounter with Cynthia right after this runs over. Still gotta take care of the rest of the Elite Four and the champion though. So I ran out of PP here, but that's totally fine, because this light part will always go for Fake Out turn 1. Where did it go? So I'll take this opportunity to use the Elixir. Fake Out is a priority move that will always strike first, and then you just cannot move because of a guaranteed flinch. Then I use Source Dance, and then that's just GG for the rest of Grims's team. Despite the Intimidate. And that's Grimsley. So depending on my HP here, that would determine the order I would have to fight the 2 remaining Elite Fours in. My HP is pretty good, so I will have to fight Chantal first. She is hanging out in the first one over here. So spoopy. Really, really spoopy. Chat, hold me, I'm scared. And of course, we had a couple of Greekers earlier that had the chance to troll us. This one is the same. Sword Stance here, turn 1. Shadow Ball, okay, that's good. No Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp will always, oh, not always, but has a good chance of burning me and will have my attack, basically, so I have to heal out of that. Chandelure, one of the coolest Gen 5 Pokemon out there. Alright, chat, don't go anywhere. It's not time to go lurk right now. We got an exciting finish here. Alright, last risk of the fight. One Rock Slide on this Drifblim. There we go. Don't think I missed one Rock Slide, but that was in a double fight. So my HP is still not ideal for the last Elite Four member, but nothing I can really do. We need items that will deplete your HP, honestly. That would be sick for speedruns in terms of Torrent and Blaze strats. But you can't get everything. Alright, Caitlyn. She might be cute, but she's also probably the dumbest Elite Four member in the whole series. Leading with Mushana. The only attacking move this thing has is Dream Eater, which only works if you're asleep. Use Reflect. That means... That's the only thing I can go wrong with this fight. So I use my full restore here. Have to heal, because now she will use Yawn. Yawn will put me to sleep in the next turn. I'm using the last one here to... setting me up to +4. There's the Dream Eater, and... Now the Reflect should run out in time for me to... still be able to knock everything out. And I'm also full HP for the champion, so if you get really unlucky with Reflect for turn 1 here, it's not the end of the world because you get to be full HP for the final champion fight. One final Iron Head. And there we go. Just a champion left. Technically 2 champions. Alright. I still wonder who the champion will be. It's probably that one guy in chat, smiley face. First, we just gotta exercise a little bit, getting up all these stairs. Who doesn't like being exhausted before the most important fight in your entire life? Oh wait, the champion is not that one guy in chat. It's Iris. Banger alert, by the way. I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit because this is hands down one of the best champion themes out there. I'm hoping to see a lot of sour pleases when I'm watching the VOD of this, by the way, guys. Gonna leave with the sword stance like we like to do it. Flamethrower is the bad thing you can do because it has a chance of burning me. Its other option is Surf. Luckily no burns, so nothing to fear here from now. Or at least almost nothing. Wow, should have mashed there. Then her ace, Haxorus. I have to use Iron Head here on turn 1 because it's holding a focus band. Nice flinch. That saves a little bit of time. It normally just uses Dragon Dance if it cannot kill you. So we got rid of the focus sash now at least, and got the flinch as well. So now it's GG.
So yeah, just for a tech real quick, time will not be immediately after the fight, but rather on the fade out into the credits after the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'll make sure to let you know.
And then we've got another donation incentive to do.
Mm-hmm, we do. What's the timer at right now? Just want to know if we have to sit through the credits and I can do my shoutouts, or if we have to skip straight through it.
320, almost 329.
Yeah, that's good enough time. The credits are pretty good, so... We were ahead going into this run anyway, so might as well burn off a little bit more time.
Well, they do have an extra run lined up for what it's worth, so...
So should I just reset on the credits?
I mean, you can let the credits roll. I mean, they still accounted for the 352, so you should have enough time.
Alright.
But I was more so referring to you don't have to go over or anything.
Alright. Don't think the credits are that long.
No, I don't think so either.
Man, this Escafil missed so many ranges in Dance Game. Pit off the true MVP though. Couldn't have done it without you. And of course, Psyduck, still remember you for breaking out of like 4 Pokeballs.
And then I started talking and it worked.
It did. Alright, time is coming up. In... now. And we unlocked easy mode. Yay! Because who doesn't...
on finishing White 2.
Now you can play the game easier than you did the first time.
Yeah, so in Black 2 you would unlock hard mode. And then I think through connecting the games or something you can have both modes available.
Yeah, if you have completed both games, you can synchronize them and unlock challenge mode, which is an actual category on speedrun.com as well.
Isn't challenge mode actually faster simply on account of you getting more experience?
No, it's a little bit slower, like, but not more than 2 minutes, I think. 2-3 minutes. At least when you compare the 2 world records.
Fair enough. 3:31:05, by the way, as the final time.
Yeah, I don't think the credits are 3 minutes, so should be fine. Otherwise, I'll just reset when...
I am getting a message from scheduling team that they would prefer no credits.
Oh, man. Oh, well. Guess we're just gonna move on to Cynthia then.
Sounds like a plan.
We have a lot of mashing here at the beginning, so I can do my shoutouts here. Of course, shoutouts to all the people who've been working on White 2, mainly Worster and Crafted. In general, shoutouts to the Pokemon speedrunning community. If you wanna get into Pokemon speedrunning, then we have a really big Pokemon speedrunning Discord you can join, where we pretty much have all games apart from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon in there, because they have their own Discord. But yeah, if you want to get into any of the games, then just join the Discord and write in one of the channels saying, hey, I want to learn this game, how do I get started? And then people are more than happy to help you out. Maybe not start out with White 2 as your first game, that is a big stretch. But definitely a good one to do later on.
Easier ones.
But yeah, shoutouts to BSG for also having me. My first run at BSG ever, actually. I attended BSG Annual last year. Really sad I couldn't go this year. And also pretty sad I couldn't get a run going back then, but it's just how it is. I went there pretty much last minute from getting talked into it by my roommates at the ESA summer. Alright, we are going here because I have to do a little bit of shopping for some X items. Ugh. Of course, it had to be on the top floor, this, the clerk with the X items.
Yeah, while you're doing the shopping, let me remind everybody in chat, if you like these sort of Pokemon speedruns, go follow Retrotato. He does a lot of Pokemon speedrunning. Definitely worth checking out.
Mm-hmm. Certainly check out Cruel as well, he's also doing a lot of Pokemon speedrunning.
Thank you.
A lot more games than I will probably ever do.
You should just join us next year. You can do the exact same amount.
Oh, it's time.
Okay, time for the epic fight against the champion.
The true champion. Alright, let's do this. Good old Cynthia leading off with Spiritomb, just like in Platinum. And Diamond Pearl, I believe, as well. Hypnosis is kinda annoying turn 1, but it's fine. Gotta use my X speeds and stuff as well. Using X accuracy here since it's double teaming a bunch here. Then I can just fold this door here. And then Swords Dance one more time and hope for no Hypnosis again. Okay, that's fine. Hope we hit. We did not hit. We avoided Hypnosis though. There we go. That's GG. So our team is not exactly like in Platinum. She has one additional team member she didn't have in Platinum, even though it's not even from Gen 5. It's a cool addition anyway, though. Even though, that was an unintentional pun as well. You'll get to see what it is. Next up is the only reason we buy the X speed. The Ace guard jump. Because if we didn't outspeed, it would just, of course, knock us straight into the distortion world. Stupid Togekiss often killing many of my Platinum 90% runs. Taking out that easily. And lastly, the new addition, Glaceon. And there we go, that's Cynthia. This is more of a showcase of how broken Escadrille is, honestly. But yeah, unfortunately no more champions to fight, unless if you want to go through the whole Pokemon World Tournament and win against gym leaders a bunch.
Yeah, there is a champions tournament, I believe, right?
Yeah, there is. You can go fight Red, you can fight Lance, you can fight Steven, Wallace, Cynthia as well in there. But yeah, that's basically it. I can't believe we actually met this incentive like minutes into this run.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Tiny Tim.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, Retro, thank you very much for joining us today. In a moment, we are going to go into a brief intermission, and there'll be some ads running. And then I believe we've got some more Sonic runs. We've seen a few of those already today, and we're gonna do some more. Before we go head off, Retro, any final words?
Not other than thanks for having me, of course, and be sure to donate to this amazing course because it's to help people with their mental health issues, and I have definitely in the past been one of them and still dealing with some of them, but am getting treatment and it's definitely worth it. There is light at the end of the tunnel, so just gotta hang in there and make sure to take care of yourself and others. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Then I'm gonna throw it over back to the tech guys. That'll also be it for me. I don't know from the top of my head who's taking over after this, but hope you guys had fun and enjoy the rest of the event.